Okay. Let me see on the YouTube side because I know people are like, what the heck?
I'm sure they'll understand.
Yeah. All right. And Bree got the link, so she should be coming in pretty shortly. And you guys on the podcast side, I know for you guys, it's like, well, wait a minute. We just popped in.
Right.
Okay. All right. Well, they'll slowly make it in once they get the notification.
Right.
All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Welcome you guys to CBS Soap Dish Recap, where Bree and Trish and I will be recapping both The Young and the Restless and The Bold and the Beautiful for the week of September 25th through September 29th. And what did you think about this week?
There was some very interesting things that happened this week.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I would say there Bree is. Hey, Bree.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yep, I can
Yes,
hear
hi,
you.
Bree.
Hi, Trish. Hi, everyone.
Okay, so I'm sorry, Bree. My sister and her husband decide to do a surprise visit
Aww.
at about 4 o'clock my time, and they was like, "Oh, we're in the neighborhood. We're gonna stop by." Girl, they went and got food, came back, started talking. So it ended up, and they was like, "Oh my God, you got your podcast. We'll get out of your hair."
Oh, no, it's fine. Did you enjoy yourself?
I did. We had a good time.
That's good.
Yeah, we had a good time. Especially they don't live close. They're probably about a good 45 minutes away. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
I understand.
yeah, so for them to come up here, hey, might as well make the time of it. We had a good time though. Yep. Alrighty, so we were just Trish and I was just talking about what do we think about this week so far.
Uh, I'm a little annoyed with quite a few people myself.
Really? Oh, you got a bunch of people taking seats?
Looks like the Y&R is about to take a whole seat itself.
Really?
I'm just so annoyed with some of these storylines. I'm annoyed with like the treatment of some of these characters, and I'm just annoyed with Phyllis. Ah,
Yeah.
I root for her every time, and then she just disappoint me each and every time. Like I don't understand it.
Isn't it fabulous?
It is. It's daytime.
You know what the crazy thing is that Phyllis never learns her lesson. It's like you just got out of faking your death. You were able to get out of that by the judge saying, you know what, I'll give you community service and blah 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 blah, but you're free to go, even though you still got to pay back the insurance people. But I mean, and then you turn around and sign up with Tucker. Now, she should have known. You know what? Let's just go ahead. Let me move this over to Young and the Restless. Let me switch my screen.
She's my favorite train wreck.
She's your favorite train wreck.
She is absolutely. I just love Phyllis.
Oh, that's so sweet of you because there's so many to choose from, but she was singled out of all of them. Now, what was it about her? Was it her track record of men, or her track record of just going from business to business and not having a success yet?
I think it's just the not having the F's to give.
Ah, gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
And just self-sabotaging. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
diving in head first.
you know what? She puts like I've been saying this, Phyllis is the R in Restless.
Yes, she is. She is. Nobody checked that water before they dove in head first.
Oh my goodness. It's like you scathe out of prison by the skin of your teeth and it's still not enough for you.
Mm-mm. No.
And the thing is, Tucker pushed the buttons with her when it came to the fact that she owe all this money and he has the money. He's like, look, I'm going to give you $2 million. I just need you to do this for me. And you know you need this money because, hey, the insurance company is about to come after you and blah, 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 blah. Yep.
And you know what? He's given her numerous of opportunities to back out of this whole deal. Like even like the beginning of the week,
Mm-hmm.
like she even when she was asking those questions, Tucker, he was trying to fight it, but eventually he told her, still gave her an opportunity, like say, hey, you want to back away? You can send me all my money back. She could have went and worked for Daniel. She could have made payments, but no, she went along and did this. Like she's been given too many opportunities, and it's just sad to kind of see her choose to her worst self each
Yep.
time.
Trish back there laughing.
I'm over here laughing. I am.
Oh my God, Trish.
And on a side note, this bad boy Tucker is actually very attractive.
What?
Yes, it's very. The bad boy Tucker, like yes, I missed the comedy portions of him. Like I still like Tucker. It's just the bad boy version is very, very sexy to me. I don't know why.
It has an appeal to it. Oh my gosh, T, we just like dove in. You didn't even do like the how we do this or the
I know, listen. I'm late, and I know I got good reason for being late because I know Jay Money was texting me, and Trish was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like,
yeah, I mean, I was like, if we need to do it another time, that's fine. I just wanted to be sure you were all right.
yeah, okay. So for you guys that's coming in, I apologize. Usually we start on time over here. My sister and her husband happened to pay me a visit, and a few minutes turned into 3 hours. So, and of course, they don't live close. So, I mean, we ended up having conversation, and then my brother-in-law was like, I'm going to go get some food, and, so you know how that go.
I think we're all happy for you that you got to have that visit.
Yeah.
Exactly. Family first.
Family first. Right. Exactly. So, yeah. All right. So that answers that question. But as Trish said, let me go through my spiel. Welcome you guys to CBS Soap Dish Recap, where Trish, Bree, and I, Letitia, will be recapping both The Young and the Restless and The Bold and the Beautiful for the week September 25th through September 29th. And we do The Young and the Restless in the first half of the show, The Bold and the Beautiful in the second half of the show, and then we have our Flip the Script segment and Who's Taking Some Seats in this for this past week. So that's what we do. Did I get it, Trish?
Oh yes, ma'am. You always get it.
Okay. All right, now back to Red. Red is getting on my nerves. Red, I'm so frustrated with Red. I mean, it's like, girl, your kids are sick and tired of you. Okay? Danny comes in looking at her like, I couldn't. When I looked at Danny, he was like, you lost your best friend. Yeah, she about to lose a lot. Whatever left that she does have, so.
Right.
But anyway, go ahead, y'all. What's y'all rant on Red?
I mean, she's just a beautiful disaster. It's never ending. There's never. You look at her eyes when she's playing the part, and her character knows she's making the wrong decision, and she does it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like she just never learned. She never learned. But go ahead, Brie.
I was gonna say she's one of those characters who needs a friend. That's why Amanda and Hillary. That's really only two friends I can think she's really had.
Right.
And back in the day, Drusilla, like she needs a friend. She needs someone to verbally tell her no and just be like her conscience, since she can't rely on herself.
I agree with you. She really doesn't have anybody. Not right now. I'm trying to think. Lauren. But that's it.
I mean, how often do we see Lauren?
Well, she'll be on next week. And she'll be warning Phyllis again.
Again.
That's the only time we'll see Lauren. Like, she popped up like the Disney Vault. Like, hey, once in a lifetime special opportunity. Here's Lauren. And then we don't see her for like a year.
That's so true. There's several characters that are like that, and I love Lauren. She's fun.
Yeah, I don't understand. Is she doing other projects or something?
I
I
don't know
mean,
why. She lives in Nashville now, right?
I could see Eileen Davidson because I know she does the Housewives thing and some of these other projects that she has. So she pops in and out. But Lauren, are they just not giving her scripts?
I remember that her house was part of the wildfire in California.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember she was on the talk trying to go over that. So maybe she's just trying to take time, rebuild. But
Okay, that's true.
at the same time, she's given at least over 30 years to so
Mm-hmm.
she can take a little
A little break.
breather.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like if we see her at the Disney Vault like once or twice a year, at least we know Lauren's still around. That's all that matters.
Well, if that's the case, most of these legacy characters need to take a break because Victor and Nikki and Nick and Sharon, all of them been on there for 30 years too. So I
I
don't know.
know.
I don't know, but um, yeah, she has no one, and people like Tucker and some of the rest, they know that she's just floundering. Her own kids don't even trust her at this point. So
Mm-mm.
and I was listening to another content creator, and it was interesting how they described it. They trashed Phyllis in order to redeem Diane. What do you think?
Oh gosh, yes. I've said that from the very time they brought Diane back. I said everything Phyllis is saying is going to happen. She's going to wind up back with Jack, and that's why I've said. And Jack's going to blame Phyllis for everything. Diane has never had to pay for anything. I will say that red dress. Diane Jenkins looks stunning, and I love the character, and I
Yes,
love
she does.
the character.
Yeah, I mean, for a woman that's 60,
Gorgeous.
gorgeous. The body, I'm like, you go ahead on with your bad self.
Mm-hmm.
Stunning. Absolutely rocked that red dress.
Mm-hmm.
And her character has not had to pay for anything. Yeah, she had to put up with some slights in society, but she never had to pay. And
Mm-mm.
now it's like all of a sudden, Jack hates Phyllis. She's dead to him because she was supposed to be dead. And it's just hypocritical. That's why I want Jack alone with nothing in the middle of the floor, crying, wondering where he all went wrong. And I want Diane to wind up being a really bad character. And I want when he goes to Phyllis, this is like me hoping. When he goes to Phyllis and begs her to take him back, I hope she tells him to just go get his pills back.
Now, Trish.
I am diabolically angry about what they've done to Phyllis to bring Diane.
Yeah, I mean, I could see if they had a little bit of rivalry between the two, and Phyllis still had a connection with her kids, and maybe even still had her hotel or something. They pretty much trashed the character. Everything about her life is in the toilet right now.
Mm-hmm.
And the funny part about all of this is she's had every opportunity not to do it. Everyone has told her, focus on something else. It's not good for you.
Mm-hmm.
And even after all the aftermath of what happened, she owes the insurance company. Now she has to resort to blackmail or embezzlement, whatever you call it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just she knew better. She's too old for this. And I hate to say this, but she's too old for all of this. She's had numerous opportunities. Now, Trish, I understand when it comes to Jack, he's very hypocritical. He was telling this woman one minute that, hey, you're dead, that she's unalive to him. Next minute, he wants her to scheme for him. That makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry I said the other word. I forgot that you're not supposed to say that on here.
Yeah, I mean, just like Bree just said, you are unalive to me, and then now you come in her face talking about what she's doing, and then did you see the previews for next week? They want to even use her now against Tucker.
Yeah, everybody wants to use her.
But she has to. But see, it's up to Phyllis though. That's the thing. She's gonna have to say no. There was a back door out of this entire situation. Now, granted, she did tip off by sending the money to this other place that was closed, and then they saw that. And then, of course, she rerouted the money back to Billy's account. But there's other ways she could have got at least part of the information and then took that to Jack and say, hey, I need to talk to you. I know you might not be liking me right now, but Tucker approached me because he wants me to do ABC and try to tap into the accounts. That could have cost her, gave her some brownie points. I've been saying that for the last few weeks.
Well, if he hadn't said you're dead to me, oh my Lord, help me. If he hadn't said that, she probably would have not been so hostile to him today. But it does make me wonder because she said you don't know what her words were. Trust me. Like, is she doing something else to like backdoor it to set Tucker up for something?
I don't know. This whole thing is becoming even more convoluted because I thought, okay, so with Tucker trying to set up the embezzlement thing, I thought he was truly doing that to cause a rift between Jack and Billy. When he actually said, no, I want them to know that it was me as a smokescreen. Remember, he said this to Audra, as a smokescreen for my real plan. And I'm like, oh my God, now what's the real plan?
Yeah, and who's involved?
Him and Ashley.
See,
or him and Diane. It's
you think Ashley is
or him and Billy?
Oh gosh, because Billy is acting kind of weird.
Yeah, he is, and Tucker said they'll never see it coming.
And you make a good point because there's been too many coincidences where Billy, Tucker, and Phyllis have been in the same vicinity of each other.
But see, you know what, Trish, though? I've been giving Diane a side eye lately. Because if you notice her in the background, she's looking like watching all this unfold, but she's looking at each and every person. And she went up to Billy and had that conversation with Billy today as well. And I'm like, because, I was like, okay, I'll give Diane the benefit of the doubt. I know. But then just watching Diane lately, I'm like, I don't know.
Well, she wasn't looking at them. She was leering.
Right. Exactly.
And that's just really diabolical and underhanded, potentially.
It's more, well, keep in mind, they both are married to Abbotts, both Tucker and Diane.
Okay.
Yeah. I will always say it's something with these two. I think it's going to come full circle probably by the end of the year, because whatever Ashley found, if she was trying to go after her own brother, she could have switched that out from out of her brother's account. She didn't need Phyllis or anyone to do that. They all work with the same type of money for that company. But maybe Diane and Tucker are trying to take over Jabel. I don't know. And have Audra try to run it. I don't know.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you. We got 3 people we're looking at, right? Is it 3? Yeah, okay. So we know Tucker is probably working with somebody. We know Audra might be interested. But do you think it's Billy or Diane?
My money's on Diane.
I'm thinking Diane too. I'm with Jenna. Jenna been preaching this. Her and Trish been preaching this for most of the year.
I don't trust Diane as far as I can pick her up and throw her. And I'm old and weak now, so.
She's been way too quiet. And like you said, Trish, she was leering at them, like to see how they're going to react or how they're going to move or what they're going to say.
I think they're trying to, I don't know what's happening with Billy in these flashbacks and being always at that, in that same crosshairs of Phyllis and Tucker. But it's giving me, like, I still think it's Diane, but there's a part of me that's like, I won't be surprised if it's Billy.
It's hard for me to believe it's Billy because it makes sense for Tucker to recruit Phyllis, especially to put Phyllis in a position to pay for her crimes. So it makes sense for Tucker and Diane to kind of work together. Diane would get punishment from Phyllis, and Tucker would get revenge on the Abbotts.
Yeah, I don't know. Now, okay, but the other part of this is what is the plan? Because there's a bigger plan outside of this whole embezzlement thing.
Yeah.
I want to know what that part is, which is taking us down a whole nother rabbit hole because it's like, okay, at first I'm like, okay, what is this going to accomplish? Well, Billy and Jack saw right through it, and then Tucker said, well, that's what I wanted them to do. I wanted them to know it was me. Okay.
Yeah.
Now
I
I
don't know. I
gotta
mean,
say
Billy
that
wants to dismantle the whole thing and ruin everything.
you say you do want that to happen.
No, that's what Tucker wants.
Oh yeah, that's what. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. This is going to be weird. And then here's the other thing. It might not be Billy because they got the information from Adam for him to back off about the underage girls.
That's
Remember?
true. That's true. That's the
Because if
same.
that was the case, why would Billy confront Tucker about that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly, and then have Jack pay Adam the money to get that same information.
Exactly. So maybe it's not Billy, but there's a part of me that's like, Diane, you lurking a little bit too much.
Yeah, she's a lurker.
So go ahead, Bree.
There's just too many signs that point to this woman, and I feel like out of all the people who's aware of all the information, she knew that both Jack and Billy were trying to get information out of Ashley and Tucker and vice versa. She knew all of this single-handedly. So
Mm-hmm.
she also has been trying to position her son to come back to
She has.
Jabot.
Mm-hmm.
So she's planting a lot of seeds that she wants some form, she wants things to be seared how she wants you for Jabot.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, she
Yeah,
is.
she's moving puzzle pieces around. I see what you're saying. Yep, I agree. I totally agree. Well, we'll have to see because looking at the spoilers for next week, it's really not opening up any type of clues on what this bigger plot is as of yet. So this may be a storyline that's dragging out.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Because, I mean, what if it is, maybe it is Ashley? We haven't, I mean, well, we did hear from Ashley. Ashley called back and she told Jack, blah, 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 blah. But, I mean, what if she is working on this plan with Tucker?
Yeah.
That's a good point because as far as the Abbotts know that she is, depressed over her divorce or
Mm-hmm.
depressed over what Tucker did.
Mm-hmm.
So they're leaving her alone and not really trying to bother her with that.
Oh, here's another clue. Remember when, and let me know what you guys think about this. Remember when he had the conversation with Audra and he said, while things are going on over here, there's things also going on over there. And Audra was like, well, where is there? And then he said, oh, don't worry about all that. So could there mean overseas?
Maybe.
I wouldn't put it past them.
So, okay, so then it could be either Diane or Ashley. I'm going to
Yeah.
remove Billy out of the equation because of the fact that he brought that information about the underage girls to tell Tucker to back off. So, I would say he's either working with Diane or he's working with Ashley.
I agree. I just don't understand what would be the end result. What, they're going to make a whole other company for people to fight over positions that they don't qualify for?
Well, go. What you say, Trish?
I just laugh. Bree makes me laugh.
Well, I mean, the thing is, what is the end game to this? Because, okay, how are you going to dismantle the company? The other thing is, remember Lonnie Love. Oh my God, no. I'm thinking about the girl from the TV show. What's the girl name? You know the Deanna. What's her name? Leanna. Leanna
Leanna
Love.
Love?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's planting seeds in the media about Jabot too. So he's planting rumors and things like that. So what is that supposed to weaken? Maybe the shareholders are going to pull out. I don't know. It's. I guess it'll
It's
all.
a privately held company. How many external shareholders could they have? I guess they could
Girl,
have.
Oh, it's Diane. It's
we.
Diane. Because Ashley would not do this to her own brother. I don't think she would allow Tucker to plant seeds about either of her family members, because the issues that they have is not that deep, because they're both married to both Tucker and Diane. That's done.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Diane. This makes more sense to me now. I don't think it's Ashley anymore.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm looking at the comment section. Somebody said, Jenna says Ashley's not coming back to the show. So Eileen quit. Is she gone?
I didn't see that
I
anywhere.
didn't see anything.
See, another Disney Vault character.
Girl, Eileen Davidson comes and goes. You know, she never closes out her character because they know that she's probably going to pop back in sooner or later. But that's a good point, though, Bree, about Diane. I wonder if they've been working together all the time. Wow.
Oh,
That's crazy. Oh my God, Jack is about to be broken. But that vindicates Phyllis, though.
I would hope so. And also, remember the tension that Diane had with Audra?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if she knew about the stuff between Tucker and Audra, and the fact that Audra was also sleeping with her son. There's a lot of weird animosity coming from the way that Danielle has been speaking, not Danielle, the way Diane has been speaking to all these other different people. But but I'll stop. It's just, I know it's got to be that woman.
Yeah, outside of Audra, that would be the last process of elimination that roads lead to Diane.
Yep. She is definitely top of the list.
Ooh, okay, and Phyllis gonna be sitting back.
I'm telling y'all, man, every single thing Phyllis said was going to happen came true.
Well, maybe that's why. Maybe you know what? Maybe that's why they have Phyllis, and that's unfortunate, hit rock bottom, because once this all blows up in Jack's face, that vindicates Phyllis, because she was right all the time.
And she still made poor decisions.
Yeah, I mean, yes, she did. Yes, she did.
She would have been at least right. I mean, what's that old saying? Do you want to be right, or do you want to be alone?
Girl, you're so crazy. Rachel Williams said, watch Diane closely, the subtle smirk when they're in a difficult situation.
Yep.
I agree. I noticed that too.
She always has that smirk in the background, and she's always leering and lurking. She's a leering lurker. Yeah, we got a lot of content on that storyline. Seriously. Yep. So many directions it could go.
Yeah, I'm wondering why they brought Danny back and how long he's going to be there. Because originally there were rumors around Cricket, Danny, and Phyllis. Now they're saying, I don't know if you guys noticed it, that she went back to Portugal because her and Paul want to work it out.
Yeah, I didn't know that's why she went back. I thought she went back to finalize her divorce. I was stunned when Daniel said that.
Yeah, so unless they mean maybe Laura Lee Bell decided not to be on, or maybe some other stuff is going on, and she walked away too, for a while until she's ready to pop back in, and they just say, hey, let's just throw it in the script where they say she's down at trying to work it out with Paul.
I need to hear from Paul. I cannot believe any of this. Why haven't we heard from Paul?
Oh, Paul,
I know.
Yeah.
Boy. What was going on with Paul? They didn't gave this man's position away. He's been in Portugal, of all the most random places in the world. He could have stayed in the U.S.
You know what? Here's the thing, because from what I understand, and I don't know if you guys know anything, or maybe in the comments section, Doug Davison has had a really rocky set of issues behind the scenes or something.
Did not know that.
Yeah, and how they wanted him to pack his stuff up and get the French toast out.
Where he went back to stuff up.
So they can't. I know they could recast him, but Doug Davison been in that role for so long. you
Clear
would,
protest.
yeah, it would be hard to replace him. So I guess instead, let's just send the character out to Portugal and he'll
Yeah.
just stay over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
And it's this random place. I'm like, we've never heard like he had family members over there, but I guess it's a place to be.
same thing with Michael. We saw Michael, trying to help Phyllis, and then he was off to what? Where he end up at? What did he
Was
say?
it Cuba or Ecuador or
No, that's when he was trying to do the whole thing with
from
Victoria's first husband, that her husband from last
Singapore? He's in Singapore, right?
Singapore. Yeah, it was like, where he going?
Yeah, he's got to go save Gloria. She got in some deep water, evidently.
Exactly. So it's just
I
like,
missed that crazy character. She
yeah,
was great.
Michael is hilarious. Yeah, I miss Michael. I know with Lauren will be back next week. I'm wondering if Michael is coming back with her, or she could by herself, or whatever. I don't know. I don't know, but we'll have to see. I'll keep you guys updated if I find out anything. But yeah, the whole thing with Danny, it's like, okay, so you're here, you were looking to check out Cricket, and now Cricket is back trying to fix it with Paul. What are we doing with Danny now? I mean, unless are y'all going to try to hook him back up with Phyllis? I mean, I don't know. It's just weird.
I hope not. I don't see any chemistry there at all.
Girl, that's water under the bridge. That's been what, 30 years ago?
That's a dry bed creek at this point.
they're gonna
Oh.
put. I feel they're gonna try to put Phyllis and Jack back together because more like what you guys were saying earlier.
Mm.
Jack loves a woman who can make a redemption marathon runner. So I think when all this stuff comes back with Diane, because I thought of some other stuff too, but I won't go into it. I think they're gonna put Phyllis and Jack together. Otherwise, why would they bring her into the Abbott orbit again for any
Yeah, I
reason?
don't know. Girl,
I, I, uh,
I honestly wish that they could have kept Jeremy Stark,
mhm.
maybe gave him a different storyline, and put him and Phyllis together. They were an attractive couple to me.
Yeah, there could have been.
He's a
Could have,
very
would have, should
attractive
have.
man.
Wait a minute, I didn't hear you. Who was talking?
Oh, I
Oh,
was saying,
I'm sorry, Bree. I'm sorry, Bree. You go. You go.
no, I was saying he's a very attractive man. I wish they had like an evil or like another twin or something.
Yeah.
They love twins on YNR.
Right? Why not? Yeah, I had just said coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Yeah, I think the other thing to keep Phyllis from getting in her own way is give her a love interest.
Hmm.
Now,
I agree.
I mean, because when she was with Nick, she was focused around that. When she was with Billy, or Jack, or, whoever. I mean, if they had to work that whole storyline, and I know that the guy that plays, Jeremy Stark only had a short stint, but it would have been nice if they would have kept him around to
Hmm.
be that spicy guy for Phyllis.
Yep.
Right now, she's just floating through town and people are just using her up.
Well, so they're using Andra the same way.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Hmm.
well, in a different way, but that's Genoa City though. They love to use people, all of them.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. So we'll see what they're going to do. I want to see what this bigger plan is going to look like with Tucker. Um, See what Jack and Billy is going to do to counteract this thing. See if Diane is the mystery thing. Because here's the thing. Jack and Diane is doing a whole big wedding reception next week. I don't know. The pictures came out. They did it. The actual behind the scenes came out about 6 weeks ago. Everybody looks gorgeous. And so that actual episode is airing next week. I think toward the end of the week too. So, yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
If you think about it, it's like they're who would willingly go to that if it wasn't in the script? As far as like the characters on the show,
I mean,
who are their friends? They have no friends.
but
That's my
here's
question.
here's the thing with that. They only tolerate Diane. I mean, the Newmans don't like her.
Mm-mm.
Victor and Nikki don't like her. Phyllis, of course, don't like her. She's not commiserating with the rest of the family. I think maybe the only person that really support her is Tracy.
Mm.
You know, but I mean, wow, what, you just showing up for the free food? I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
an
For
excuse to get dressed up and get the free food.
yeah, I would yeah.
Oh my
No. It could be, I guess, a work event. I don't
I
know.
guess, girl, it just doesn't make any sense. Why do you need this big old reception? Why? I could see Victor and Nikki doing this. It's like their, I don't know, 50th anniversary or something. I'm just making something up. But for somebody like Diane and Jack, can't y'all just go out to dinner and celebrate something? Or else you got your son, maybe Billy, Tracy. Make it a family thing. You don't have to have the Winters, the Newmans, everybody to come out for what?
Mm. No. I do like the fashion and the hair and the makeup and such, but
Yeah,
it
that's
does a
cute.
ridiculous storyline.
Only thing I can think of is something bad is going to happen.
Yeah, that would be fun.
You know, I
What if
mean, go ahead, Bree.
I was gonna say, like, what if that information comes out and it reveals that Diane was part of that whole scheme? Because I find it interesting that they're trying to do a whole wedding ceremony when, like, weeks prior, she was stressing, like, "Hey, I don't want your money. I'm gonna go ahead and sign a prenup." She was really trying to stress to Jack that she's trustworthy. You guys notice that, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
I honestly feel something's gonna come out at that reception.
Jenna said, "Hey y'all, I'm not going to the reception."
Hey, Jenna, would you go to Jack and Diane's reception or Brooke and Rich's reception?
Oh my God. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, let's drop that in the comment. The lesser of two evils. Who would you prefer, guys? Drop a one if you would prefer to go to Brook and Ridge.
Brie, I
Ho-
choked in my Dr. Pepper.
oh, sorry. Or
Sorry.
put a two in the comment if you would go to Jack and Diane's. Oh my God. Let me think.
Oh, that was a good one.
Okay, so while they're putting their decision in the comments section, what would you choose? Jenna, no, you got to pick one. She said neither one. Pick one, Jenna.
You have to suffer through one, Jenna.
Okay, so Bree, who would you pick? Brooke and Ridge or Jack and Diane?
I'm going to go to Jack and Diane's only because I know there'll be some drama that would pop out. And yeah, I will never care to watch Brooke and Ridge get married again. No, 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 no. I'll watch paint dry.
Yeah, look like it's a mixed bag because I see a few people that are like Brooke and Ridge, and then I also see um, Diane. And then some people said neither. I'd rather eat a dirt sandwich.
So, I really want to know who else was going to be there before I make my decision.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. If I had to pick one, oh, that's tough. I think I would rather go. Who got the best outfits?
That's a toss up, too.
Yeah, that's a yeah. I just
Well,
Brooke and Ridge get on my nerves.
But I mean, the drama could be if it all came out about Hope and Thomas. And then the drama at Jack and Diane's event could be that it all comes out about, what Tucker's up to. So I honestly, y'all are going to laugh. I would have to go with Jack and Diane.
Yeah, a lot of people going with Jack and Diane. Jenna said that if Phyllis goes, she going with her.
Yeah, oh yeah, I mean, we'll go. Yeah, we'll just have the girlfriends date, and we'll just all go together. Yeah,
I agree. And we can all talk about all the guests that come in, talk
uh-huh.
trash about the food. Like, oh,
Yes.
this
Okay.
this sandwich is
Hey,
stale.
hey Bree. Hey Bree.
Uh-huh.
Would Nate be your plus one?
Ah.
Not on a girl's date, Bree. But we would
Well,
understand.
okay, you're right. You're right, Trish. But I will need to take like a small like mental break for like a half an hour, check on Nate, and then I'll be right back.
You,
Okay, good.
but wait a minute.
Who
What if
said,
both Nate and Carter were fighting over you?
who said they'd have to fight?
Exactly. I'm a
Hello,
lover.
yes. Hello, yes.
See, here's the difference. I'm not Sally. What am I fighting for? They both want me?
Thank
Sure.
you.
Oh my God, y'all crazy. If I had to take a plus one, if I had to choose one of the two, I'd probably take Carter. Since you're gonna be busy with Nate, I'll be busy with Carter.
Wait.
Okay, let me think. I could take Bill.
Oh,
Oh.
stallion.
She said, I
Yeah.
want a billionaire.
Well, why not? I haven't had one, so yeah.
Oh.
Has either of you dated a billionaire?
Not
No.
yet.
I never
Oh.
did.
Okay.
Or,
uh,
I never did.
Jenna says she taking chance.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I think Keisha would have took Thomas.
Yeah, I didn't say Thomas in honor of Keisha.
Well, but the problem is Hope will be cutting her eyes at Keisha though.
She would. She would. Although I'm probably too old for him, but that's not going to age myself. But I did.
I would want to see that. I would want to see Keisha and
Yep.
Hope go at it.
That would be fun.
And
Hopefully,
then
he has a chance.
we know who Jay Money is gonna take. He's taking Audra.
Oh, for sure.
Wait, he said Brooke. Wait a minute.
Brooke.
Wait. I need to go back up and look at just to make
Oh my
sure I didn't miss
gosh.
anything.
Y'all crazy.
You want to take world tour, J Money? To the wedding?
Oh, wait a minute. Jenna said Hope can't say nothing. She ain't in love with Thomas, remember?
That's true.
Yeah, thank you.
Jay, Jay Money said Keisha's a soldier. She'll beat Hope's ass.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we got to get back on track. Boy, I like when I throw those little fun things in there. That
Too
is
fun.
hilarious. But yeah, you can have Nate, Bree. I can hang out with Carter.
Hang out.
That's it. Just
That's
hang.
it all.
Oh, okay. So now we got to talk about this other storyline right quick before we get into the whole Mamie thing. Is this thing with Sally. Sally get on my nerves. She's now fantasized thinking about that kiss. She's conflicted.
So I have to admit, I was a huge fan of Sally and Adam in the beginning, and then the whole awkward thing happened, and then I was over it, and now I'm kind of hoping they go back together again. I really am. And that leads me to say, and y'all are going to probably flay me open on the chat room, but I want Phyllis and Nick to get back together.
Right quick. Did you see Bree?
Yes, and J Money. I do not have nearly as much mileage, so.
No, he said that he's fighting Carter and Neil for you.
Ooh.
They call me Black Brooke.
They called you Black Brooke.
Wait. Okay, I misunderstood. Okay, J Money. I appreciate that.
That's hilarious.
And and he said Audra's second choice.
Oh, thank
Wow.
you.
Wow.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Red Roof in a second. I appreciate that.
Oh my gosh. Okay, back to the other redhead, Sally. Oh. Who want to take it? Now, who was talking last about? Oh yeah, that was Trish that said that at one point she was excited about Adam and Sally, but now it's a hard pass.
No, it was, I loved them.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had the whole, let's try this again. And it was a blanc. And then, she's been with Nick and everything, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm kind of ready for it again.
I'm no, I'm over it because
You're
what she,
done, huh?
yeah, because of what she planning on doing next week, and I'm
What's
like,
she doing?
oh, spoiler alert.
Oh,
Um,
damn.
so Nick is finally gonna drop the "Falling in Love" L bomb with her, and now she's conflicted. So now to start a fresh start with Nick, she's gonna tell on Adam kissing her, and he's gonna go ballistic.
Oh no.
At this point, Adam, you need to be done.
I
Dang.
I was so annoyed with this man crying and begging to Sally. For what? This woman was already pregnant with your baby, but was still sleeping around with your
Right.
brother. Like this is the female version of Liam. Right here, and oddly enough,
Ooh.
she wanted Liam.
Ooh.
That would have been his perfect match because she loves to flip flop, backpedal, uh, limbo. It makes no sense why these two men want this woman. She has proven that
Ooh. There go
she doesn't care
Keish.
for him.
Hey, Keisha. She in
Hi,
the chat.
Keish.
Hi, Keisha.
Girl,
It, it,
go ahead. Go ahead.
it's just, it makes no sense. And then goes right back to having Nick come right back to the hotel room and what they do best, sleep together. And then she's back to trashing Adam. It's like, girl, I don't care for
There's
this
no
woman.
lie. You have not told one lie, and still, I want her and Adam back together.
Girl, nope. No. It is. I'm over this storyline. I'm just over it. They ruined it for me because of that whole thing. They were hot together in 2022.
They were.
They were. And then Chloe started talking crazy, and all of a sudden, and then stupidly they had to write Adam breaking up with her so she can keep her job over at Newman.
So ridiculous. That still bugs me.
And at the end of the day, she knew what he was doing. She even admitted to knowing that that's what he was doing, and you still got mad at him. And then you go and hook up with his brother.
And then lose your job anyway.
And lose the job anyway. Then you turn around and say, well, in December, you turn around and like, let me see if something is still there. You sleep with the dude. He walks out the door as Nicholas is walking in the door. Bed still messed up, the stench in the room.
Get stench. Yep.
Come on now. And Nick's
It's
looking
true.
around like a simp, like, oh, my brother was just here. Guess what? I still love you. I want to be with you. Like, are you serious?
Who would you want to see Nick with?
Phyllis.
Yay!
I want to see Nick in a chair so he can take a seat. I was annoyed. I was annoyed by this man this whole week. He gets any and every opportunity when he breathes to talk bad about Adam.
Oh, girl, it's irritating. He's obsessed with that man.
And I think at some point this week, he and Adam were talking at a society, and Nick was like, I don't know who I trust the least, or who's the lesser of two evils, either you or Nate. And I'm like, oh, so your brother who gave your daughter a kidney,
Yeah.
or Nate who risked his medical license twice for your family.
That's exactly what I thought. I was like, wow, Nick, man, you are so feckless.
Well, here's my thing. I don't know if you caught my recap the day that he was talking about how Adam is a tornado. And I said, well, speaking of tornadoes, remember the tornado you was in where he saved your life in that pile of rubble?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like, dude, he just like, I can't. Every moment that he has a conversation, Adam names come up in it. And then he does it a lot with Sally as if he's trying to make her feel like she needs to be mad at him or she needs to hate him. Like he's trying to enforce it. It's like, man, stop.
And he's telling her he's in love with her for what? They've been in a whole situation. All we've seen them do is sleep with each other.
That's it.
She went from hotel to hotel, and added this whole time you've been with these rich men, and neither one of them can get you an apartment, a house. At least Chelsea's above the coffee house.
Right. And I mean, Nick did offer her to move in, and she said no. You remember he asked her
Yes,
to
that's
move
right.
in with her at his house. You know, it's like just end this storyline already. Send her back to L.A. Give Hope some competition for Thomas.
Oh, perfect. But put her with Land of O Lakes. I think they both have the same mindset. She could be Mrs. Land of O
Who is
Lakes.
Land of Old Lakes? Butters. Oh God.
Butters, Liam, Waffle King,
Waffle Boy. Lil Puke.
Little Puke, that
Yeah,
guy.
he got a
That
list
guy.
of that guy. He got a list of names. We're gonna talk about his butt walking up in people's houses. Oh God,
With the key of all things.
girl, I'll
And they
be
don't
like,
ever lock the door.
girl, oh my God. Yeah, we're gonna talk. We're gonna hit that one real hard later. Um, yeah, I mean, Sally, I just don't think they know what to write for this girl. She's have a budding business. We really haven't seen her do too much. She talks about it. And she sleeps with Nick. And then she plays with Adam. When she's not getting attention from Nicholas, she's in Adam's face. When Nicholas come back, oh, Adam did this, and Adam is that. And it's like, oh, she's playing two in the middle, like I always say.
Well, she's had practice on B&B.
Yep, you're right about that.
Truth.
Yeah.
Learn from the greats.
Yep. So yeah, that whole thing where she decides to tell Nick about Adam kissing her, he is going to lose it.
And I'm like, why? She was pregnant with his baby.
Yeah, and you didn't have a whole problem with a child being inside of her that belonged to your brother, but you got a problem with that kiss. Oh, okay.
What is with these men getting very upset about kisses? Of all things, you would think a whole lot worse than a kiss, but okay.
Well, there's one man that I need him to get upset about a couple of kisses, and that's Finn.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Because just give me one good punch. And I'm not advocating for violence at all, but just one. Or at least don't, okay, you ain't got to put hands on him. Just throw him out. Or something.
I mean, we like a little action on daytime. That's what I miss. I was actually watching some old episodes. I miss the slaps.
Well, the last big fight that we saw was that one between Deacon and Ridge where Brooke was like, don't hurt him. Yeah. So if we could have something similar with Finn and, and Liam. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, back to Young and the Restless. Yeah, so I'm over that whole storyline, and we'll see that culminate next week when Little Miss tattletales on Adam. All right, let's move into this Mamie situation. And what do you think about them kind of recreating this drama between her and Jill?
I remember the entire storyline, and I really hope that Mamie has a lot of fun messing with Jill's head.
Really? Okay. You looking forward to it?
I really do. Yeah, it's going to be, hopefully it will be fun to watch. And I mean, I love Jill, but the things that she said and did to Mamie back then were so condescending and so calculated and just really vile. And knowing where she came from and to behave like that was just really, I just can't wait to see Jill's head just poof.
Yeah, Jill gonna lose it. The question is, because see, from the way it's playing out, Jill is going to want to buy back those shares that Mamie has.
They might not be for sale.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And I don't think Mamie is just going to sell them back. You already bought her out years ago. You think she's going to do that again? Nope. the interesting thing is that from that whole interaction, because they supposed to have like a small little family reunion with her, Devon, Nate, Lily, blah blah blah. She come over there and interrupt the whole thing, and then there's a little bit of a fight that happens between Nate and Devon as well.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So they get into it too. Yep.
And I understand where Nate's coming from, because for him, he's trying to actually repair his relationship. And I understand he's trying to reach out to Lily. They had a couple of drinks and she didn't want to give him a chance. And even after Neil's celebration in remembrance of his passing, like even tried to reach out and spend time with his family then too. And then he only gets a call whenever he's needed. So I understand Nate's position as far as Devon. I found it really interesting that Mamie didn't want to tell Devon or Lily, that she told
Nate. Right.
So that makes me wonder if he's going to be in the midst of all this, or maybe he might be running her shares, or she might sell it to him.
Okay, so help me understand this, all right? Because I know Mamie go way back. So Lily's mom and Nate's mom are sisters. Am I correct?
Yes. Drew and Olivia.
Yes.
Drew and Olivia. Okay. Their mom is Mamie's sister.
Lily, yes.
Okay, so that's why she's an aunt, I guess, or
Yes.
grand aunt or whatever. Okay, gotcha. So that's how they're cousins. Nate and Lily are cousins because their moms are sisters, and Mamie is their mom's aunt. Okay,
Yes.
gotcha.
And remember, the two nieces, it was like, even according to Mamie, Drusilla was the rebellious one, and Olivia was the prim and proper doctor.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Go ahead. Go ahead, Bree.
I think Justin's also related to the Barbers too, right?
Who?
Justin Barber, isn't he related to Neil and Lily and Nate as well? Justin from B&B?
I didn't know that there was any relation between them.
Justin Barber?
He-
Because Mamie is also a barber.
Yeah, but was that a crossover or something? I don't remember. I don't know. I have no idea.
If anybody in the comment section remember anything about Justin Barber being related to them on Y&R, let us know in the comments. I don't remember. I don't know, for some reason, Bree, that kind of sort of rings a little bit of a bell.
Because that would have been awesome. Because I always wonder when he was actually going to be able to make a crossover, because they kept bringing that up on B&B. And plus, they're not using a character. They can bring him on Y&R.
Who you talking about, Justin?
Yeah.
Oh, girl, they know who you gonna put with Justin as a girl, as a for a partner. Elena?
No. No, nobody. I would just be okay with him.
You just being there by itself, okay.
Just being there by himself, and like, but what if he was a part of the investment portion? I don't know. I remember that connection. So they said the last name Lily Barber. I was like, oh, so she's related to Justin.
Simone says that he is related to them. Olivia came to his wedding with Donna.
Oh my gosh, that was a really, really great memory. I did not that.
Wow, thanks, Simone. Give me if you guys got any more details about that. Dang, I don't remember that. Ron Julian said put Justin with Audra.
She's working her way through town now. I'm sure she'll get to him soon.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, once again, they create characters, and it's like all these missing pieces are coming together. Like, this would have been a perfect opportunity to bring that character along.
Yeah, Audra's kind of a dangling participle right now when she should be an exclamation point.
Oh.
Oh, dang. Okay. But yeah, going back to the other thing with Mamie, why trust Nate? Does she have that much of a connection? Because what, he was a doctor at one time. He reminds her of the fact that that's Olivia's son. I mean, I don't know.
I think, kind of going back to what you guys were saying, like she had the rebellious daughter and the smart doctorate daughter. Maybe she trusts the doctor's son more
Mm-hmm.
than Drusilla's kids.
Wow. That's
I don't know. I'm
interesting.
trying to remember because I know that she loved all the babies, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, sometimes it kind of tips that way with their, the rebellious one versus the clean cut, do nothing wrong, never question authority one.
Mm-hmm.
Usually favorites are played.
Okay. I don't know. We'll see. I don't see Mamie selling her shares to Jill.
Mm.
And to keep this storyline going, I mean, it's not like it's a giant share, it's a small piece of the company. So it's not like it's like majority where it tips the scales. She just
Just
go ahead.
a thorn in Jill's side now.
Right, exactly. But I mean, with her having a share, she's a shareholder, so she would have a say in some things, I guess, or a vote, and maybe, Jill
Mm-hmm.
don't want her to be a part of that. We'll see how that storyline is going to go. But so far, what I do know is that Jill is going to want to try to buy back those shares, and then there's an argument that's going to start between Devon and Nate.
Mm.
Yep, yep. And then the other storyline that happened this week is Victor, Adam working as Nate little sidekick.
Yeah.
I've never seen someone so upset to be in a COO position. She's acting as if she's working in a mailroom.
Right.
That makes no sense to me. This man just wants to he's taking back his company. His. You
Yep.
got $500 million sitting in your bank account. Go start your own company.
Mm-hmm.
I Please put her in a seat. Can we just throw her on a plane and put her in a seat and just get her away from Genoa City? I would like to see her kind of just get off of my TV screen for a moment because she's become just too much and just unreasonable. Makes no sense.
The unreasonable entitlement is what gets me. I
Yeah.
mean, decision. It's his company. He built it. You weren't there. He basically, he taught you everything you know, but he didn't teach you everything he knows.
Now, Bree, did you say COO?
Yet she's COO or she co-C or whatever it is.
Yeah, she's co-CEO.
And she's mad about that?
Yes.
Well, yeah, but she's not sitting in that chair behind that cushy, that desk. So her feelings got hurt.
I don't see.
That dusty chair.
Here's the interesting thing. Billy and Jack are co-CEOs. Steffi and Ridge are co-CEOs. I don't get it. You're a CEO. Y'all just sharing the title.
Yeah.
And it kind of shows that there's no sole person who can really run that company. It takes two to run these companies now, which is different from what we see in the past. And my thing is like, what is Victoria trying to prove? She's saying like, oh, my father's health is declining since he's demoted me. Nikki wasn't having that, and Nick really called her out. I was laughing at the fact that she was really trying to recruit Nick.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't trust Nick with a stapler, with Eric's stapler.
Mm-hmm. And he put that picture on the wall.
Yeah.
With a quick.
No egos in that room.
Man. So what do you think about Adam working under Nate, though?
That's a disaster waiting to happen.
Once again, what is he trying to prove to his dad? Like, just it's the writers need to just give Adam a chance and step away from his family. Like, this is ridiculous. It's so demeaning. This man has the ability, the skill sets, the degrees, the experience to actually help his dad's company, and his dad is just playing games with him.
Yeah.
Just say you want to see him grow outside of Newman, and then let him do that. Don't give him a bone and then take it from. I don't know. It's just, I'm so over this.
Yeah, and then his siblings, you got Victoria and Nicholas saying, "Oh, you're never going to measure up. You don't know what you're doing. You destroy everything." And it's like, Nick never want to be there. That man comes and goes like a revolving door. And then as for Victoria, there's been so many ups and downs because you who you choosing to sleep with.
Yeah. And if they're not after her father's company or after a position or something, but she knows how to pick them. But she has the nerve to like go after or try to come down on her brother who actually has the experience. You would think of all people she would try to team up with, it would be that guy. But no, you chose the temp. You chose Kelly Service's best employee.
Crazy. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I don't know what is she after? Like, if she's that mad that she can leave, and Victor's right, just leave.
Girl, I had to record it. I actually made a clip because it is so hilarious, and I'm going to play it right now. Hold on a second. But it is so funny. I had to. Wait a minute. Okay. I'm going to play it in the background. Come on. Come on, phone. I hate when my phone moves slow. Okay, here we go.
Your opinion is irrelevant, bigger than you or your damn feelings. You either accept this, or you can leave. That's your choice.
There you go. Yep.
That's your choice.
Yes, that's your choice.
It's simple like that. And she's going to try to go up against that guy?
Right. You can hear the bass in his voice, and you're going to sit up there and try to go up against him and then question his sanity.
Right.
Girl. And J Money, don't worry about what I'm eating. I don't know. Did you hear me eating something? A little bit?
I didn't, but did y'all hear me slurping my wonton soup earlier?
J Money like, hey T, what are you eating? Well, just to let you know, I have a couple chocolate covered pecans over here. So
that sounds so good.
They are. I love chocolate covered almonds and chocolate covered pecans. Pecans. My boyfriend always says, not pecans, it's pecans. I'm like, okay, whatever. They're good. But yeah, who is that? Simone said Victoria is riding hard for a man who has had only 2 jobs in business. One his family gave him, and the other one you hired him for. Talking about Nate.
That's true.
I think Nate goes to wherever is going to help him succeed. Because he was having a conversation with Victor. And, he was asking questions about Adam and, and Nate is like, hey, whatever you want to do, I'm here for it. And I'm like, but your girlfriend, her father, his daughter, don't like what he's doing, but you're supporting her father. So I don't know. Nate is just going to go wherever it's going to make him look good.
Pretty much until he goes back to medicine.
Yeah, he's a yes man right now.
Do you think he's going to go back to medicine eventually?
I hope so. Because the business world is just not a good look. And I can't really see him going any other company. Because when things don't work out with Newman, is he going to go work with his family again? Or, because I can't see him going to Jabot. So he would have to go back to medicine.
Yeah. Because eventually that's going to come to an end over at Newman. Nikki doesn't trust him. Nicholas is not even working there, and he can't stand him. Victor, I know, doesn't trust him. The only person that really is riding for him is Victoria. And if Nate screw up, Victoria gonna dump him like, what is it? How to dump him like quick trash or something? You know what I mean? So
Potato.
a hot potato. Exactly. So I don't know. The Nate is, I don't, maybe they'll tie something in with Nate and Mamie and these shares or something. I don't know. But right now, he's just riding on the coattail of Victoria.
And I guess it's not a bad ride. He still keeps coming back.
You're stupid.
Yeehaw.
You are so silly. And I think that's all the storylines this week. Did I miss anything?
No,
We covered a lot.
everything.
That's it. Yep.
Because we had, well, Abby. Did we have a little bit? We had a little bit of Abby, but she was supporting Devon, I think, in this whole thing. And then Lily, Victor. Okay, yeah, that's it. We didn't have anything else. All right. Okay, so before we move on to bowl, a couple of housekeeping. If you are new to this live chat, we do this every Friday night. Unless there are some exceptions, which we usually will announce ahead of time. We also have where you can check out Instagram, Threads, TikTok, and X, because I posted videos over there, clips, pictures, a lot of different fun stuff. So you can check out those as well. There's a blog as well. The Monday's episode notes are already up on the blog, and so are the full spoilers. So I did the hot early spoilers this morning on the YouTube side, but the full spoilers are up on the blog. So I'll drop that in the community tab for the link to that. And then also make sure you subscribe. Turn on your notifications. I've been getting messages from some of you guys that you've been unsubscribed by YouTube. So make sure that you are getting your notifications, because you should be getting notifications when I post videos or like when we go live and stuff like that. And I've had some folks say, hey, I don't know what happened. I was subscribed, but then I look up, I'm unsubscribed. I've been hearing other content creators saying that that's been happening on their channels as well. So I don't know what YouTube is doing. I know they've been doing a lot of updates over the past couple months. So just go and check that you're subscribed, and also make sure your notification bell is turned to all, so you get all of the notifications when I post something. So, yep. And then it's about 75 of you in here. Make sure you hit that like button so it can let YouTube know that you guys are enjoying the content, and so we can grab more folks to come over and check out the live chat. All right, you guys. Okay, and thanks to my mods, J Money and Bree, for maintaining that chat, and also Bree and Trish for being on the live chat today. Keisha, I think it was a mom's birthday or something. I knew it was something going on, but she did pop in the chat quickly to say hello. So, all right. Let us move on to the bold and the beautiful. And Tay Tay is back. I was glad to see that. It was nice to see Taylor's back. Lee was trying to talk some sense into Finn. People don't close doors, so Liam walked in the house. Taylor walked in the office. And then we had a proposal.
An indecent proposal.
Shut up, Trish. And then, of course, this whole thing with Eric and the fashion line, and RJ almost blew the whistle on him until, he thought about it. So, let's start out with the Eric situation. So, from what I understand, and spoiler alert, is that they find out that it's not just arthritis next week. So, I know a lot of folks have been rumoring different things like dementia and Parkinson's and, some of the other things that So I don't know. I'm wondering where this is going to lead. Because some people were trying to say that John McCook is leaving the show. I didn't see anything on that. I usually like to wait till the actors and actresses maybe post something on social media or something. I haven't heard anything about that. So I don't know where this storyline is going to lead. Just putting it out there. Look at that. Jenna just asked that question. Is Eric leaving? I have no idea.
It wouldn't surprise me, especially since Susan Flannery, she left the iconic role.
Mm-hmm.
So it wouldn't surprise me if John McCook decided to leave the role as Eric. The stuff I was reading online, they keep pointing out to MS, which the way that the symptoms that they keep talking about, that's kind of what it might be leaning towards, maybe. But at the same time, they would have had, moments where they had said that, because even Bridget was monitoring his health at one point and his heart and all of that. She would have known if he had MS. So maybe they might bring Bridget back to this would have been a great opportunity to bring her back to help her dad.
I don't know, but it's something, because Donna is going to find out about it, but he still is not going to want that information to get back to Ridge. So look like we'll still have this whole competition, but at what cost? Is he going to get progressively worse? I don't know. I don't like these kind of storylines myself, but
neither do I.
Go ahead, Bree.
Do you guys feel Donna was a little bit out of place for telling RJ not to tell his own dad?
I mean, she's advocating for her husband. She's really in a tight spot.
They're not married. That ain't her husband.
Oh, that's right. They never did get married, did they?
No.
I think he's putting her in a terrible position, and I think she's putting RJ in a terrible position.
Yeah. Go ahead, Bree.
No, I was going to say I need to step away for 1 quick second.
Okay, go ahead.
1 second.
Yeah, I don't know. I would have a real hard time dealing with the mental stress of keeping that kind of important information away from people who loved him and would do anything to help him.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that poor kid. I mean, Ridge is wondering what the heck is going on. Eric is telling him, and Donna is telling him, you better not say anything. So, yeah, he's in a tight spot.
Yeah, I don't like that. And I mean, Eric didn't do any gathering of research or getting numbers together. And it looks like, according to Carter, he's really putting the company in a bind.
Right.
So I don't know what to think. I want to find out what the diagnosis is, but just like you, I don't like these kind of stories.
Me either.
I mean, obviously you want all different stories to be told and everything, but I just like to escape in the fashion and get out of my real world. Is that selfish?
Well, I hear what you're saying. And a lot of times these type of storylines tend to trigger people too.
I will tell you, they really do. It really does. Yeah.
It can trigger. So, we'll see where they go with this. I mean, I don't know if this is a situation where the actor is trying to do an exit strategy. I mean, what would...
Or maybe to bring attention and highlight something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get it. I mean, I get it.
Yeah. So we'll see. But otherwise, RJ is put in a tough spot. He really is. So the question is he going to eventually crack one day and say, you know what, Pops, look, I can't keep this secret anymore. This is what's going on.
Well, and I mean, the look on RJ's face when he was telling that to Ridge has to know his kid. He has to know he's not telling him everything.
Right.
Well, you guys are expecting this man to have more than 2 brain cells in his head.
Well, you're right. We're giving him way too much credit.
This is pine cone pie.
Pine
He put a
cone,
pine
pine
cone,
keyhole, pine cone
ma-
keyhole 3. Oh my God.
and he made all of his decisions off of
Yeah,
a pine cone and a keyhole.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He did.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think. Was that last week? I'm trying to think. Was it last week or this week when he said, "Man, if it wasn't for that keyhole in Rome, who knows?" I'm like, dude, really? You
yep.
happened to look through the keyhole and Brooke was lost.
It was a setup because Carter said, because of me, blah, blah, blah. I
Girl.
think Carter set the whole thing up where Brooke would be there and he would be on the other side. And he was, because Carter was even looking at his watch.
Well,
So,
I can't put that on my baby Carter. I can't do that.
oh, look at you protecting him, girl.
I mean, in his defense, Ridge has made poor decisions for well over 30 years.
Oh, decades. Yes, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
So, if anything, this just solidified how stupid he is. And the fact that he keeps going after and attacking Finn's intelligence, of all people.
Right. And then what did he say? I really think he was a smart guy. He is a smart guy.
He's a whole doctor.
Right. That's like 11 years of college or schooling.
It's a lot. Yeah.
Please. Come on. I don't know. It's just weird. When it comes to Ridge, it's like, dude, just, and that whole interaction, oh my God, I can't wait to, we might as well move into that because it wasn't that much going on with the RJ and Eric situation. That whole conversation between Ridge, Brooke, and Taylor, she got pissed at Ridge for not taking it seriously. Now, there are some people that says, hey, they agree with Ridge saying these kids is grown. We gotta let it play out. Whereas Taylor's like, we don't let this play out. You know where this could lead Thomas if something go wrong. What do you guys think? Do you agree with Ridge or do you agree with Taylor?
I'm on Taylor's side with this because yes, they're grown, but here's a situation where Thomas was obsessed. He had to deal with a lot of mental issues. He had to go to counseling. He actually had to rebuild because most of his family turned his back on him. They kicked him out the company that he has that he shares a last name with. But so it's a bigger concern if Thomas goes into a tailspin, and also if something happens with Hope, if they break up, who are they going to blame? Thomas. So she's just trying to prevent her son from having to deal with all of that, especially from Brooke.
Yeah, I agree with Taylor on this one. I'm sorry. I'm like, and I know I'm a Thope fan. But with what I've been seeing with regards to Hope saying, listen, are you sure you're okay with this? I ain't feeling something. I'm just enjoying the physical. I'm like, dude, do not put all of your eggs in that basket. I'm sorry. I like the Thope scenes, but I'm worried about Thomas.
Yeah. She's flighty. And Taylor is right when she says, you're getting involved with this person and the history, and you're doing it on whose terms?
Yes.
And he just stood there looking at her.
Yep.
He was just happy that she was able to, in some way, like respond back to his feelings. Like even if she is just doing the physical, he's feeling like, hey, that's a step forward. Like, hey, that means that maybe she really let this go. She's really trying to give me a chance. Or he's just really hopeful, and she knows that. So it's like, yes, like you were saying, we love the scenes, but if she started to kind of act a little bit like her mother and just really just thinking of herself, because this is kind of taking her completely out of that Hope character where we know she's has a conscience and thinking of other people's feelings first.
Well, this is Hope and Thomas are Brooke and Deacon without the daughter issue.
You think so?
I mean, it was physical. I mean, Brooke used the word love with Deacon, but come on. She might have loved him. She wasn't in love with him. Hope could have feelings for Thomas, but it doesn't mean she's in love with Thomas. She's using him. And Brooke and Deacon had a spark and a chemistry, and Hope and Thomas have a chemistry. And if she's saying, I don't love you, I don't love you, I don't love you, it could wind up being just like Brooke and Deacon. They didn't love each. They weren't in love. She wasn't in love. They didn't stay together.
I just don't want her to use Thomas just for the physical. If she's not ready for a relationship, then she needs to take herself out of it, because months prior to her, that kiss in Rome even, she was thinking about Thomas, fantasizing about Thomas. It was all her. And then she stepped out of her marriage. And it's like, it couldn't just be just for the physical with Thomas, unless she was really trying to suppress something. And until she figures it out, then she needs to not play Thomas and just use him for all the hot sex.
Well, I go all the way back to after the kiss, but before they came home, when they were walking down that corridor and she just so easily slipped his hand in his, and they were walking hand in hand, lockstep, and it was just like it was meant to be. Yeah. And that doesn't just happen. There are a lot of emotions behind that kind of an intimate holding of hands in the middle of a public street with a married woman and her designer. And also, I do think she's in denial, because there are times when she looks at him and the look on her face, when he turns around and sees her looking, it turns to lust. But when she's looking at him and he doesn't see her looking at him, there's definitely something else there.
So J Money has an interesting question. He says, why does it have to be a relationship right away? Why can't they have mutual physical relationship with no labels until she's ready? Because it's physical for her, but it's emotional for him.
Exactly.
That's the difference. It'll be different if Thomas was like, well, hey, I just want to have fun with you too. I'm not in love with you either. He's telling her, I'm in love with you. I've always been in love with you. You're the only one for me to the day I die. That's heavy emotion when you got somebody telling you on the flip side, I don't love you. This is just fun. They're on two different pages. Now, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Now, as in, Hope is aware that that's why she has to keep reassuring, hey, you understand this is just physical, right? She knows what this means to this man.
Mm-hmm.
She also trying to convince herself, though?
I don't know. I mean, my thing is, she still got Liam on the brain somewhere in one of those nerve endings in her, in her head. Because and Keisha and I had this conversation offline. It's like, why did you even think to ask to fix your marriage if you were done? Why are you wanting to try to fix this? Then you turn around and you go back when your mom said go fix your marriage, the birthday party with the baby girl, and then you was like, well, maybe we can try it again. And Halim is like, nope. That's why next week, spoiler alert, I can't wait till Finn and Hope had their conversation.
It's long overdue. When was
that conversation is happening, I think, next Wednesday or next Thursday. And I'm telling you, Finn, put it all out there. This man has been interfering in your marriage. This man has been telling folks that he's in love with my wife. You need to tell Hope everything. So I can't wait for that conversation.
I just hope that maybe if she slips in conversation that she's been sleeping with Thomas. Just slip it in conversation.
I don't know if she gonna say sleeping with, but she will be talking to Finn about the differences between Liam and Thomas.
Oh, I'm sure there's differences.
Oh yeah.
Well, gee whiz. Difference.
So when she goes over there to talk about Liam and Thomas, this is what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping Finn say, choose Thomas. That man wants to be with you. Your husband has been going back and forth. He's still coming after my wife right now.
Yeah.
To give her the extra boost. Because if she got any iota of Liam on the brain, with Finn telling her what's been going on and how he's been interfering, I'm hoping that would be enough to push her over to say, screw it, I'm done.
Yeah, I hope so too.
So we'll see how that conversation goes. But right now, this whole I'm in love with you for the rest of my life and nobody but you ever again, and she's telling you no, I wouldn't even advise my own son to be involved in that. I'd be like, dude, I need to holler at you for a second. Sit down. I wouldn't even have my own son to, like, no, I don't think you want to, let that girl go figure out what she wants. And if you're available, maybe. But yeah, this girl telling you she don't want nothing with you and you in love with her? No. That's just me. But he will, of course, he's grown. He'll do what he want to do. That, which is what Ridge is saying. Let it play out. Let me ask you guys this. Does it seem like Brooke has come to terms with Thomas and Hope? Because she was real calm about it.
I don't think she'll ever come to terms with it. I just think she's had more time than Taylor to get used to it because it's really literally been in her face.
I'll piggyback off of that. I think she's always on guard to just be the opposite of Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
So if Taylor is being, over exaggerating or being, you know what I mean, Taylor, old school Taylor about it, then Brooke's going to be calm and quiet and understanding. That's just natural to Brooke because it wasn't that long ago. She just walked in on the desk. So she's not over it. She just wants to be the civil one or the calm one next to Taylor.
Yeah.
Yeah, she don't want to be yelling and screaming, but they're going to get into it next week.
Oh, J Money, I saw your question. Why do I think the conversation was long overdue? It's been long overdue since Liam was filming Finn and Sheila in the courtroom, because Finn knew right then that Liam was trying to go after his wife. He could have shared that with Hope at some point. I don't know. I just feel like that conversation was long overdue.
Yeah, they do need to cross paths. I'm hoping that that's a good conversation, and the writers don't leave us with some halfway nothing type of scenario. I want her to tell Finn about her relationship or whatever the situationship with Thomas. Talk about Liam, and I need Finn to also talk about Liam to Hope. Yep. Put it on the table so she'll know what's been going on. I also want them kisses to come out. Oh, God, I want those kisses to come out.
That is so annoying. So the kisses are going to come out by the time she comes out of maternity leave?
I don't know. Because, see, here's the rumor mill. I don't want to call this a spoiler, but I've heard where it's possible that Sheila is going to get whiff of a conversation because somebody's supposed to be eavesdropping or something next week, and they're going to hear something. Now, if Wyatt and Liam are talking and he says, I'm in love with Steffi, and they bring up that kiss, and you know how Sheila likes to lurk.
Mm-hmm.
If Sheila hears that and say, oh my God, this is my ticket, Here's the other thing, and now this is a spoiler alert. With this whole thing, which we'll talk about in a minute, with this proposal, with those two getting together, it looked like Deacon is also going to help Sheila reunite with Finn.
Ugh.
Oh, wow.
Off the
Why?
cliff.
Be off the cliff. Girl, you silly.
Can I say this was like an unnecessary plot twist between with Deacon being the savior for not Phyllis, for Sheila. I'm just I'm very over the Sheila storyline. I'm over a lot of these storylines, to be honest. So he was working with Ridge and Bill and the FBI just to get her out by talking to a judge, and that's it. And then they're engaged. Okay.
You know what? I actually like this couple. I'm sorry. I know I might be weird. I'm an unpopular opinion.
I'm rocking back and forth in the fetal position.
I like Sheekan. I do. They're both crazy. I mean, he has his reckless side. She has her psychopathic side. And the two of them understand each other so well, and they can be themselves around each other. It's just organic with them. Now, I couldn't see, I can't see her with anybody else but Deacon, actually.
I don't want to see her.
And plus, I'm a Kimberly Brown fan. I mean, I follow her on Instagram. Her adventures are awesome.
It's the character. Yeah. Totally just Sheila. Ugh.
Yeah, so it just, and I really was mad when she didn't get that Emmy last year. I'm like, oh, God.
She was robbed. I don't know who she was robbed to. Who was it that won? I think it was for like General Hospital or something. But talented actress. I just am just over this whole Sheila. We need to take Sheila down. We need to do this. And that's the part that's really upsetting me when it comes to people going to Finn, especially Lee and Taylor. Mm-hmm. It's like, what do you want this man to do? So you want him to go against his oath and his integrity, everything you guys keep saying that he's known for. You want to go against that just to get rid of a woman y'all had decades enough time to get rid of. Decades.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I don't know what is that what you mean? They're trying to expect Finn to get rid of her?
It's like they want her to unalive her, which I'm like, just say that. They keep saying like, you need to get rid of her. You need to step up and do what?
Yeah.
They already got security. He already said that he doesn't want her around. This woman has been around and had jobs, been in and out of jail. Everyone else is able to have and live their life. It's what is the difference? Because it's Finn. It's like, what do you want this man to do? It took y'all 30 years and still nothing.
Right.
Ridge and Bill had the whole FBI and that did nothing.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying in my recaps. What do you guys expect Finn to do? What are you going to do? Y'all ain't did nothing in 30 years. What is he going to do? I mean, that whole conversation with Taylor and Finn, to me, it was just talk. And because he's sick and tired of people telling him this, and I'm sick and tired of people telling him either he gonna do it or he isn't. It is what it is. People badgering him, his mom. I get it, Lee. And then of course Taylor. Of course, that's Steffi's mom. But it's like, what y'all want this man to do? And he's sick and tired of y'all badgering him. Let him figure it out if he's gonna do anything. And with now Deacon, with Sheila having an ally in Deacon, she ain't going nowhere. She ain't going nowhere. Because here's the other thing. Just say Finn cut her off. She's still in L.A. because she'll be married to Deacon if that all goes through. Now what? You going to tell him to leave her alone? What is Ridge going to do? Just yell at him with Carter as the sidekick?
and it's not like they can go to any other restaurant in LA. There's only one, so
Right.
they might as well just get, unless they plan on cooking. No, y'all are gonna come to El Giardino.
Mm-hmm.
Deacon's gonna live his life, and Sheila's going to do what she wants to do as a free woman. So it's like you're going to Finn and telling him to do something about it. For what? It's and then I think Ridge and Brooke were having a conversation. They're saying that, well, Finn is not willing to do what it takes for a man to do by catching a charge or something like that. I was like, really? I'm like, Ridge, you didn't want to do that any of the time, and
So
it's just ridiculous.
so they want. Wait a minute. Catching a charge. Is that what Red said? Did I miss that?
I think so. He said something. Finn wasn't willing to do, or act out a sign of love that would, risk like getting a charge or risk going to jail for something.
Wait. So you want this man to risk losing his medical license,
Exactly.
going to jail for something that you screwed up on? Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
Man, please. Ghost. That's why Ridge get on my nerves.
I remember that, and I was just like, "What do you want this man to do?" I'm like, "Y'all had the FBI
Yep.
and nothing. So y'all y'all can just sit and run scared. Like I hope Sheila just terrorizes them, going to the grocery store, going to the park, Steffi running, just terrorize them all. Sheila, I'm on your side.
And my thing is keep her busy. Where she's not lurking around Forrester. She's not lurking over here or there. Keep that woman busy. Maybe I don't know if he got to run a restaurant or whatever. Give her a job behind the bar or something. Just I don't know. But with Deacon now being the third party in her corner and now trying to facilitate the two of them, meaning Finn and Sheila, to get together, that's going to be a whole problem. And Brooke and Ridge are going to lose their minds when they find, their heads are going to explode. Now,
Well,
Hope is going to find out about this next week, too. Now, my question is, what is she going to say? Now, I mean, there are some folks that is like, she can't say anything because who you with? Now, he's not a psychopath. He just his history has been written over the past, 5 years since he's been on the show? Well, Matt Atkinson, because the other Thomases wasn't villains. But since Matt Atkinson came on the show, his script was very villainous. Sheila Carter has been a 30-year villain. So it's like, I don't know. Some people was like, well, she can't say nothing because look who she with. So,
exactly.
what y'all
But
think? Go ahead, Bree.
I honestly feel she's going to be a hypocrite about it. She's going to cut him off because she's going to look at Thomas and Sheila in two different ways. And plus, she's technically not with Thomas. So,
Yeah, that's true. That is
and
true.
and Deacon doesn't know that. So I think she's going to cut him off. And this is a bad time of year to do that, especially the holidays and Christmas. So it's just not looking good for Deacon. But I hope's going to follow suit just like everyone else of hypocrites.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You're right
Yeah,
about that.
they are all hypocrites, but Sheila gets what she gets because she deserves it. What? She pointed a gun at Steffi, shot her son because he stepped in front of her, and then she shot Steffi anyway.
Well, you know how I feel about that night in the alley.
Now, I know, but still, she's the one that did the trigger pulling
Well, Steffi shot
twice.
first, too. So, they both shot each other.
And the sad part is Sheila was meant to shoot Thomas. Remember?
When?
It was meant for Thomas, and then and Steffi went and chased Sheila, which is the craziest thing to do. You chased a serial killer at daytime behind an
Wait.
alley.
What are you talking about?
I was talking about Steffi Steffi following Sheila and getting her and Finn getting shot. But
Wait,
that
wait, 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 wait. Hold on, hold on. Um, I don't remember Sheila chasing Thomas. Thomas was
no,
able to.
she was supposed to meet with
Right,
Thomas.
she did meet Thomas. They talked about the labels. He walked away. She was hiding in the
Okay.
shadows. Meaning Steffi, because she saw all of it, the conversation. Remember?
Okay, gotcha. I thought that was why did she? So she had a gun just randomly for
She
that.
just had a
Okay,
gun in her purse.
gotcha. And it's that stupid Steffi, stuck on stupid Steffi, chasing people back in the alley, and then she brings up that shooting. Your mom shot us. Well, you chased her.
Well, here's the thing. What made this whole situation bad, and I know Keisha and we've been in the battle over this whole alley situation since 2022. The thing is, Sheila shouldn't have shot anybody. So let's get that out the way. All right.
Exactly.
However, we didn't even have to get to that point if Steffi just went after her brother. She would have
Yeah.
got the information that she needed from him. He got away. She should have went and said, "Hey, why were you meeting Sheila Carter in a back alley? I saw you two. What's going on?" The other thing is Sheila tried to leave a few times.
Yeah.
Sheila tried to tell her to back off. And Steffi was like, "No, I'm in control here." And we all know where that ended up. So, I mean, if somebody telling you, walk away, leave me alone, and you are a psychopath, if I was approaching Bundy, Dahmer, or any of them, the Unabomber or anything like that, and they tell me, don't come over here, I ain't coming over there. I'm not coming over there. Mm-mm. But Steffi thought she could control the situation. And she did the same thing when she ran into her in the bathroom downstairs at Il Giardino. Finn had to stop her again talking when Steffi wanted to chase her. Finn was like, "You remember what happened the last time?"
He's not as fast this time. She's only got 9 toes.
And it's like, you always talk about how scared you are of this woman, but you still always keep trying to jump in her face.
Exactly.
It just makes no sense to me.
Just another dummy working for Forrester Creek. See, this is why Eric is frustrated. He's frustrated with his dummy family. both his granddaughter and his son sharing a whole CEO position, not making any wise decisions.
Oh, wow. Okay, so Jenna says, y'all do realize that when Sheila shot Finn, he was supposed to unalive off the show. Fans were furious and they decided to bring him back. That's why Sheila shot him. I think I remember something about that. Because What'd you say, Trey?
I thought that was a rumor. Was that true?
I thought because people were upset. They had finally brought a handsome guy onto the show for Steffi. We didn't have that whole Liam and Hope triangle anymore, and now you take them out. Yeah, there was a lot of unhappy people.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if that's like, oh, well, we got to get them back in. That's what I think they did with that whole thing with Thope Week back in July. They wanted to get our reaction because we didn't see any more Thope for like a month.
That is true.
And so I think they wanted to see our reaction. And when everybody started being excited about it, it was trending on, well, it was Twitter at that time. It was trending on Twitter and trending all over social media. They was like, oh, we got to bring some more Thope.
And
So
it's going to be the gift that keeps on giving. As long as we keep seeing Hope run behind some couches, we just need more episodes of like that whole week. We need more of that.
I just need Liam to see them.
Didn't Forrester Creations used to have like a steam room or something?
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah, they did. They sure did. But yeah, I need Liam used to stayed at Forrester in the first half of this year. And yeah, I would have liked for him to come up there and catch them too, just like
Like
Miss
Brooke
Tay
did.
Tay, like Brooke and Tay Tay walked in on him. Now, what did y'all think about Hope coming over to the office talking about, oh, the secret is, I guess it's out because she walked in on us, girl. You should have locked the door. Shut up.
And I'm like, you realize who your mom is. This your mom will run her mouth. As soon as she left you, who did she tell? Ridge. And who's Ridge gonna tell? Probably Liam. Or it's gonna slip out some way somehow. Um, and I don't think it's gonna slip out with. No, it could. No, I was gonna say it might slip out with Taylor, but no. Brooke and Ridge, they're peas in a pod. Of course, she's going to share the information. Of course, everyone's going to know your business. You keep it all in the family, don't you? So,
Look, Keisha done made her way in them comments. As soon as I was talking about Steffi in the alley, she was in them comments. Keisha and I have been going back and forth over this since the beginning when that storyline came out in the spring of 2022. She in the comments talking about, I stand by my girl Steffi. You go ahead, girl.
you might be the only one, but we support you. Supporting your girl.
Oh man. But yeah, it's like Hope. If you don't want to get caught in the office, go back to his place or your tiny cabin in the woods or lock the door.
We haven't seen that tiny cabin in a while.
I know. The kids are away at what, some boarding school or something. So that means that Hope is in that tiny cabin by herself.
Well, Douglas came back.
Where is he staying? With her?
He was living with her, I thought.
Yeah, he did pop in last week.
Yeah, and he made pizza dinner, and then early on this week there was like that tail end of what happened with that dinner with Hope and Thomas. So yeah, he popped in for a second, so she get a little bit of freedom, but still, no husband.
Yeah. Or even if, you know what, like we said with Liam, he can always come back to the cabin when he wants. That would be interesting too if Thomas was over there for a change.
I hope we get a different set. I hope we see more of Hope coming over to Thomas. I just hate that cabin. It reeks of Liam, and it just also it just reminds me that she is underneath her mom's.
Yeah, that's true.
It'd be nice to see her outside of that place. But what did we talk about? Like, actually, no, I think we're good. I had a thought about Liam and Finn. I was like, did we talk about?
No, we haven't. Not yet. Because besides Hope and Thomas not locking the door for Taylor to walk in, yeah, Liam decided to use the key to the house. It's like, what are you still doing with a key there? And he talking about, well, I was married to her and I used to live here. Okay, and?
That was really entitled.
You don't live there. Knock on the door. A whole nother dude is living in that house.
Not only that, he don't pay Nan one bill.
Did you say Nan?
Nan one bill there to have a key. So Steffi wanted this man to have a key still?
Yeah.
Yeah, Keisha, come. So please explain this. This is why I keep saying stuck on stupid Steffi. You got a whole husband, and your ex-husband has a key to your house still.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, he just feels that he can just walk in. I don't.
And I'm like, the doors are locked. Excuse me.
Because that was so funny. Finn was just standing there looking the opposite direction, and then he hear the door and the key open. I'm like, who is that? I'm like, who coming in? And I'm watching from the TV screen like, who is that? Liam come bringing his little puke behind across there. He talking about, and he looking like, and I don't blame Finn for the look on his face. Like, what the heck are you doing up in here, girl? If I was him, like, give me that key.
Exactly. He should have took that key. I agree with that. I was really upset that he just let this Liam just leave. It's just the entitlement of it all. He been in left Steffi for years. Why would he think that he had access to her home?
Yeah, that. Oh, He should have threw him. He's like, give me that key and you get out. And then he turns around and says, "Oh yeah, I've been talking to her and I'm about to fly out." And Finn looking like, "Hold on, what?"
And Liam was looking like, "Oh, you're being ridiculous about this. This is completely normal stuff for me to walk into your home and go see my ex-wife. This is normal."
Now, did it look like he was trying to offer Finn to come go with him?
Yes, he did. To see his own wife.
Trish, you still there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I am. I'm sorry, I was chewing Sonic Ice. You know how it crunches and it just kind of... I'm sorry.
No problem. Yeah, Bree. Yeah, Liam was like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to see your wife. You want to go with me?"
That was something else altogether. Yeah, to me, the only reason I could think of that he had a key would be because if ever she had needed him when Finn was supposedly gone, and because, he had been being a confidant for her for a while when Finn was gone, to get to Kelly or Kelly's stuff, and he should not have had that key. He should have given it back no matter what. And does Hope know that he had a key? And if he had it, did he have it the whole time?
Oh, the questions.
I know, it's a lot. That's why I was chewing my ice to get it all out of the way, so then I could come back with a moist mouth because I had gotten dry mouth.
Yeah, now Rosalind Brown says because his daughter lived there. There are a lot of families that are either divorced or separated, and the ex just don't walk up in the house.
Exactly. That doesn't matter. Plus, this is the most he's talked about Kelly to begin with.
Right, because for a while he was only focused on Beth.
Exactly.
Girl, Liam need to go. Liam needs to take a whole stadium of seats. I couldn't believe that man just walked up in there like that and then turn around and tell him, "Oh, I've been talking to your wife and I'm finna go see her."
That was uncalled for.
And then he want to play like, like you said, who was that? One of you said that it made it look like Finn was being ridiculous.
Yeah, he did. And it's like, you're this is completely normal. Like, how can you think that I just want to go see my ex-wife? I still love her. This used to be my house. I still have a right to have a key here. It's just the gall of it all. But Steffi, if she really wanted to put him in check, as much as she tried to put him in check for those kisses, well, barely. Like, she of all people would know this man had a key to her house with her husband. Liam could have popped into her house at any time. The fact that she gave him that leverage, that power still, and that man's not your husband, Keisha.
She in the comments. She talking about y'all. She said, "I don't play about my day one." Yeah, okay.
Well, your day one is joking, laughing, joking, and playing, and not making sense when it comes to these men. And letting this man have a whole key to her house.
Nope, I would have took that. If we're done, he walked out on her with her dragging on her knees. Remember?
On her knees, pregnant.
Yep.
On her knees, he walked away and didn't give two F's. Okay. But you still got a key?
He didn't even look back.
Nope. Nope.
It went right to Hope.
Nope. Exactly. Oh man, that is crazy. And I gotta make an admission. There's a part of me that want Sheila to find out about them kisses. Just lob a whole grenade in that. I'm sorry. There's a part of me that's like, I hope Sheila hear it, because Liam gets on my nerves. Besides, Pinecone Poppy, the Waffle King, Waffle Boy need to get blown up too with this whole thing. I'm over him right now.
I think we all are. Now, do you think those kisses would be damaging, or do you think Hope sleeping with Thomas would be more damaging for Liam?
Well, I'm talking about the part where it gets back to Finn, because I mean,
Okay. Yeah, that's a good point.
because Steffi hasn't told him anything about that. It's been him being the problem, even though, granted, we can't forget Sheila did save Kelly, even though everybody's overlooking that. But it's like, tell your husband, hey, you even got Sally telling on Adam about kisses.
Wow, yeah.
I mean, Sally is about to blow the whistle on Adam, and she liked the kiss too. Sally is about to blow the whistle on Adam to Nick about those kisses. Tell me why Steffi can't say, Lil Pew kissed me twice.
I agree with that. I mean, she's done far worse.
Thank you. Y'all had a whole paternity scare.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't tell this man, your husband, who took a bullet in his belly for you, that your ex kissed you twice. I need
what
them.
is she scared of?
Yeah, I need them kisses to come out. And then this man been showing up over to Eric's house and doing all this stuff and professing his love. You ain't gonna tell your husband this man been coming for you?
I almost forgot about that. Yeah, I do remember that. And Steffi came down in lingerie at Eric's GCAC, just
It's
disrespectful.
Eric's
And
GCAC.
just opening up, and Liam just coming in, popping up in the middle of the night, coming down. She's letting this man like breathe all up around her, kissing her on her cheek, and she got the tatas and everything out. It's just Steffi is she loves attention. This is why I feel like she is more Brooke than Hope will ever be. She's pulled for most of Brooke's playlists most of her adult life. She likes the attention she's getting from men. The fact that she's always fought for Liam, the fact that he's even circling around, I think she loves that. So otherwise, she would have shut a lot of this down way sooner. Those kisses would have never happened. She would have stopped him.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I totally agree with you on that. All that should have came out. You need to tell your husband what the heck is going on. And if you're not, why aren't you telling him this?
Exactly.
I mean, I can at least give her a little bit of a pass in Rome when he just up and kissed, even though she should have pushed him away. But then he came over there and kissed you again. And then he's been telling you all this stuff for the last month. I'm curious to find out how this storyline is going to play out when Jacqueline comes back.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Is she going to go back to Waffle Boy? Or is Sheila going to get whiff of what, maybe because like I said, there is a spoiler that next week somebody overhear information, and the only thing I can think of, I mean, it could be the whole thing about the engagement, but I honestly believe it probably gonna be Wyatt and Liam running their mouth at Irgiardino. That's just me speculating. And because Sheila is lurking around there, she could hear all of it.
It could be them, or it could be Brooke and Ridge talking about Hope and Thomas too, because she could also relay that information back to Deacon about his daughter sleeping with Thomas too, and that could make its way to Liam.
We'll find out, girl.
We'll find out.
Because go ahead. What you say, Trish?
It's crazy. I still can't get over the whole private dining experience between Sheila and Deacon.
Okay, yes, we gotta talk about that. I know we kind of touched on it when I was talking about Sheila and Deacon, Sheila and Deacon. I honestly think that was really romantic of Deacon. I'm a sucker for romance. I know Trish is like ugh to you.
It is, but it was still, yes. I mean, it was romantic. There's no question. And I did not change the channel. I did not fast forward because I love watching the whole show. I just love to hate some of the characters.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I did hear that, LaShanta. She said, "Did y'all hear Taylor put the kids in international school?" That's interesting. Cause how long you gonna be over there? You gonna put them in school for what, 6 weeks and bring them back home, or are they gonna stay there like a boarding school? I don't know. I did hear that though. Yeah, but in regards to Sheila and Deacon, I thought the proposal. Only thing is, it did a 180 because he told her to get lost at the beginning of the week.
Yep.
And then she started to leave. She didn't want to leave. And then he flipped the script and then decided that he can't live his life without her. But she was like, I don't think this is a good idea. So they both kind of did a switcheroo.
They both know that they can't really freely be together. They technically can, but freely where they can't go every day without being judged or, someone telling them how wrong it is or Sheila get out of town. So she knows that he worked really hard to rebuild his relationship with Hope to the point where he is in his grandchildren's life now. So she knows that he has more to risk, whereas she's trying to work up to some relationship with Finn that will probably never happen. But I thought it was sweet. Like, I thought the little dinner thing was nice. I mean, I just need for the writers to get Deacon out of the studio apartment.
Yeah.
It's not sexy anymore. This man he went from a broom closet to a studio, which I understand. He's trying to build himself up, but he owns a whole restaurant and has gave this woman a whole ring. he can get a decent.
Wait a minute, you saw a ring?
Well, if he got done, I'm assuming he's gonna give this girl.
Oh, okay. I was like, did I miss a ring? Oh yeah, that's what Jenna said. That how are they gonna live in that little broom closet Deacon is living in? They need a bigger place, at least a 1-bedroom.
Maybe they could get a place next door to Paris.
Oh, that is an apartment that Thomas was living in that he gave to Paris.
It's a step up.
It is a step up, and they better not have him buy Taylor's beach house. That's just too much too soon.
I know, right? Okay, so that's another thing that came out too as news is that the writer's strike is over. So we've had only Josh Griffin being the one and only writer for Young and the Restless, and then there was some FICOR writers on the others. Well, he was a FICOR writer, but then there was also writing issues on both sides. So now with the writers coming back, is this going to now switch up some things? I'm wondering.
I would hope that if the writers are coming back or the main ones are coming back, let these little bit of storylines kind of finish out for a couple of weeks. So if they're bringing out fresh material, I don't want it to get mixed up with all this old stuff, if that makes sense. I'm happy the strike is over, but I hope it doesn't mess up the storylines I care about. Like, I don't want it to mess up Hope or Thomas, of course. And we're at least seeing these other characters and they have a storyline. So I hope that doesn't mess that up for them either.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope they don't derail everything because I don't think they would touch dope. I don't know who idea was to flip the script in the middle of this week for an engagement.
Mm-mm. That was ridiculous.
I loved it, but it was a flip. I don't know. I look for a good redemption story. That's why I was kind of rooting for Diane for a while, but I don't know. I might get off that train at the next
You
stop.
rooted for the enemy?
What?
You rooted for the enemy?
Because I thought they were trying to redeem Diane, but now me watching her is like, I'm gonna get off at the next stop pretty soon because she the way she's been leaking. How did you call it? Trish,
Lurking and
and leering exactly. So I'm kind of side eyeing Diane. I'm like, I don't know if I could ride with you down further down this gravy train. And
Oh, yeah.
then
Diane is not a ride or die. Diane is self-serving all the way.
and then as for Sheila, I just thought it was kind of cute the romance that her and Deacon has, and her in the little nursey outfits and all this other crazy stuff they be doing, but
He doesn't like that word.
well, here's the thing. A lot of people don't like Sheila calling Deacon daddy.
Oh, it's no, no.
Why do they have an issue with that?
I don't. To me, that's just like you're doing the deed and you're calling him dad. Like, I don't know. That just, to me, that just rubbed me the wrong way.
I mean, okay. I didn't like. I thought it's just a term of endearment. Like, hi, daddy. Like,
Very odd choice. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so how about Big Daddy?
Oh, okay. Now.
Big D.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. That can have different meanings, Trish.
Big D.
What?
Let's go.
What did you say, Trish?
D for Deacon. Big D.
Oh, jeez.
Because remember, they called his and Amber's kid Little D, so he's Big D.
There you go. Boom.
Okay, we're gonna keep
I'm
it.
glad I remembered that because I was going down a really, really bad ditch.
Yeah, you were. You was like, where you going with that? Bring us some context with that, Trish.
D as in Deacon.
Oh my god. Oh my god, y'all crazy.
I'll put my shovel away now, and I'll stop digging such deep trenches.
Yeah, so I just thought they was cute together. It was like, cause all Sheila wants is somebody to love her, and now she got. What are you laughing at?
All this psychopath that's tried to kill multiple people did kill somebody with bees and watched him die from not being able to get air. She just wants to be loved.
Well, hey, I'm just picking up off of the words that I heard. Deacon say, Ridge said the same thing, Taylor said the same thing. Oh, she want to be loved. Okay.
I mean, technically speaking, she's been loved because Sheila, Brooke, I can even say Bridget, have the same taste in men.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the thing. They so upset about, Sheila coming into the mix in this whole situation. Go talk to Eric. He was the one that initially brought her in.
Yeah.
Yeah. His brain wasn't working.
Oh, that was, girl, listen, how long ago that was?
Just in a different direction.
It's a different brain.
Well, the thing is, they always kind of say, sociopathic, these type of women tend to have the crazy love in the bedroom. So maybe that's what Deacon is enjoying.
Yep.
And some of the other men and her baby's fathers that she's been, because she got about 5 kids out there too.
Kids, grandkids, that she and Ridge are related. She's well embedded into everyone's storyline with all these characters.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Jenna says James Warwick loved her.
Ugh, yeah.
Yeah, forgot about James. I mean, there were some men. The guy in prison loves her, so
Oh, what is that guy name? What's his
uh,
name?
Oh man.
Carl,
Ken?
Charles, Tim,
Ken?
Is it Ken? What
No?
was that guy name?
Larry. We will run a list of names if anyone knows the prison guy that knows
The
Sheila.
cop, the ex-cop turned.
What
Gosh,
is that guy name? Mike.
thank you.
There we go.
Thanks, Jenna.
Thank you, Jenna.
Mike. Oh yeah, that man. He's another one. So it's not like she hasn't been loved. These guys adored her craziness.
Now here's a question. Do you think these men, since there's been plenty of men who slept with Sheila now, do you think these men love Sheila or Brooke more?
That's interesting because she's been across two shows. Who was she in a relationship with over at The Young and the Restless?
Scott Granger.
Okay. That's that's the same guy that was with Sharon, right? Or no?
No, Lauren.
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 Okay.
Uh-huh. And she was with who was after Scott?
Did Victor ever get a hold to her?
No, I
Okay.
don't think so.
Okay.
Could you imagine that?
Oh yeah, I know, right?
That
Oh
was a
my.
missed opportunity.
Wow. Jack never been with her, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay,
Yes, he
so it's
has.
just the Scott guy.
Jack was with Sheila.
When she had Patty's face, yes.
How many? She's had Patty's face. She's had
Phyllis's face.
face. She had Patty's face.
Yep. She was posing as Patty, remember? And this, I think, I forget the actress who went over. I think she went over to Days of Our Lives,
Mm-hmm.
but very pretty actress. She had Patty's face. I think she played like the doctor, or like doctor at one point. And she came back, and then she came back with as Sheila came back with that woman's face. Sheila has popped in with plastic surgery. I don't know where she's getting all this money to be pulling off all of these sheens, but yeah, she was with Jack as Patty.
Yeah, boy. Yeah. So well, Jack didn't know at the time, right?
No.
Mm-hmm. Oh, oh my goodness. So I don't know what Deacon think he's gonna do differently.
Yeah, not tell nobody.
We should not tell nobody. Yep. So we'll see how that whole thing, because I mean, I gotta say, most sociopaths are self-centered. They think only about themselves, and for her to have a little bit of empathy, not wanting to ruin Deacon's, like, look, you'll lose everything being with me and your daughter and this, that, and the third. I thought that was pretty interesting. Does she really want to protect him and care about him? What do you think?
Well, I don't think that it's all that odd, but he got her out of a life prison sentence. I look, if he wants me to like wash his feet, rub his back, whatever he wants, you got me out of jail. So I think I can understand why she gave that man sympathy. I mean, he's the only one who's really went out of his way to show that he cares for her. So there's no doubt that she cares for him.
But that's the thing. A sociopath doesn't look at it like that. Now, we see it that way. But sociopaths, as the way that Taylor describes her and everybody else describes her, that type of mindset don't resonate with them. Usually they'd be like, oh, you want to be with me? Cool, let's go. They don't care about anything that happens to you. So I thought that was pretty interesting how they wrote that, because normally they don't have empathy.
I mean, I see where you're coming from with that. I feel like I don't think it takes away from her as a character, because she has resumes on both shows of the terror that she would cause in either city. So we know from the resumes that she's crazy. I think it's just in this particular moment
Okay.
that after everything that she's done, and she's maybe realizing how she's hurt people, and she can't have a relationship with her son, he gave her an olive branch, and this, well, not an olive branch, he rescued her basically, and gave her a chance, so she's maybe a little bit indebted to him.
Even a sociopath can be grateful for a thing.
You think so?
And it's also fleeting. So at some point, something will happen where there will be a reason why. I knew I never should have trusted you.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I'm curious to see how that's going to play out. I know a lot of people are not happy about this at all.
I'm not happy about it, but I'm still looking forward to seeing it play out.
Yeah.
Even though I said I didn't want Sheila on my TV screen, I'm still going to watch.
I mean, honestly, there got to be a contrast on the show. I mean, there's only one villain right now. Thomas is not being a villain. He's a simp right now. So, I mean, they got to have a villain somewhere, and Sheila's it. Right? I mean, I can't say Liam is a villain. He's just annoying.
Oh, he's a villain for me. He's a villain. Land of Old Lakes would always be a villain, just terrorizing all of LA for no reason. I just like for him to just give us a break from off of our screen. Nothing wrong with the actor. It's just the character. It's just become so nauseating. Just the way that he's attacking, well, not attacking, the way he's coming after Steffi and Finn's marriage.
Mm-hmm.
That makes him a villain because he could have left them alone, and it kind of makes me wonder if he's really going to be going forward with Steffi. If Deacon and Sheila are going to be married, then he's also going to think about Beth too.
Mm-hmm.
Because that would be Beth's step-grandmother.
Yeah, she's going to... Yeah, that is true. Interesting.
So maybe they're opening that door up for Hope and Liam in that way, especially once he gets wind that Sheila and Deacon are about to get married. Because it's one thing to tell Finn to do something about it. It's a whole other thing if Deacon is marrying into Hope's family.
Yep. Then he really gonna maybe refocus his energy on Hope, huh?
Yep. So
that's bad.
The door open for a lot. It leaves the door open for a lot.
Yeah, but it closes the door on Thomas, though. Oh gosh.
Not necessarily, because keep in mind he doesn't know that Hope was sleeping with Thomas. So.
Yeah, but it closes Hope off if he gets involved with Hope, and Hope is like, well, he want to try to be there, protect me because of Sheila, blah, 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 blah. And she kind of get up under Liam. That closes the door on that whole thing with Thomas because of her moving toward Liam, not Liam learning about what they've been doing. Does that make sense?
No, that makes sense. I just feel like, because Liam's going to be true to form. At least that's how I feel. I feel that as soon as he would get wind that they were sleeping together, I think that would cut off things romantically. I think he'll be more involved in trying to protect her. That definitely has to come out. But either which way, I feel Sheila is going to be puppet master in this case.
Well,
she's going to have a lot of different information that she could play with in this mess of either which family. But Liam to me is a villain. Long story short.
Yeah. And I think on The Young and the Restless, the only villain that we have is Tucker. So.
I think Diane's a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Well, she haven't revealed herself yet.
Yeah.
So, like you say, she's a wolf in sheep's clothing. Yeah, and when she reveals herself, that's going to really blow up everything. But right now, the open villain is Tucker. So, yeah, we'll see. Did we cover everything on Bold?
We did.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so we're going to move into our final segments for this particular show, and that's our Flip the Script and Who's Taking Some Seats. So who y'all got for The Young and the Restless for the Flip the Script?
Go ahead, Bree.
I'll probably... who would I flip the script with? I would flip the script with Nate and Mamie, that whole situation there. Oh, actually, no, Nate and Devon. I think Nate should never have gave that information to Devon and kind of completely left him out of the loop and say that it was a shell company for like something else, and then work with Mamie and to have a stake in that company or have her buy that stake from her.
Gotcha. Okay. What about you, Trish?
I think in this particular week, I would have probably taken the scene with Phyllis and Tucker where he changed everything on her, and I wish she just would have just immediately gone to the bank and transferred the money back to him and walked away.
Yep. I so agree with that. I thought about that too. When he said, well, you can refund me my money back and walk away, I'd be like, you know what? Cool. I'm out of it. But she would have walked away with that information.
Exactly.
So even though he would have gave her the money back, she could have easily went to Jack. Because Jack wanted something on Tucker anyway.
Yep.
Maybe work something out with him. You know, I'm in a bind. He knew I was in debt. I don't know if Jack would have helped her come up with the $2 million. But, you know, she still had an option of a payment plan. And then go work for Daniel.
Well, and keep looking for the money.
Yep. And who knows? She still might find it.
Right.
You know, even though she lied to Danny and Daniel.
Yes,
My flip the script would have been Billy not telling Tucker.
Right.
Don't show your hand.
Golly.
No, you did exactly what Tucker wanted you to do. Don't show your hand. You need to keep him guessing on whether or not his plan is working. Y'all keep maneuvering behind the scenes, doing y'all thing. Don't go and tell Tucker, yeah, I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing with Phyllis. And by the way, I know what happened with those underage girls. You just telling him everything. He looking at you like, uh-huh, yeah.
And?
Mm-hmm. I'm like, Billy, don't do it. I mean, it was just not a smart move. You should never show your hand until it's ready to play.
Very true.
So that's my flip. I was not happy with that move. All right, what you got with Bold?
I had two for Bold. One, I wish RJ just went against Donna and went to go tell his dad what was going on with Eric, because that could have been serious, and plus he's an older man. He needs to go tell his dad what's going on with his granddad. And also towards the end of the week, when Hope came into that office with Reg and Brooke, I wish she just told him for people to mind their dang on business. Like, look, I'm grown. I'm just trying to figure it out. Please stop butting into my business. And put 10 toes down on it.
Sheila's not in that room.
She's not.
All right, what you got, Trish?
I guess for mine this week, it would have been that when Liam came through the door of the house and Finn was in there and he had the key, I wish Finn would have just ripped those keys out of his hand and taken that key off the key ring, pulled Liam up by his arm, and just kicked him out of the house.
Oh, that would have been beautiful.
I would have loved that.
I would have been laughing.
I'm a pacifist. Like, I'm not a violent person, but I tell you what, there are some things where you don't.
Oh, that would have been great. Oh my goodness. Could you imagine he come and snatch that key and grab him by his collar and throw him out? Hey, listen.
I laughed so hard.
Do you guys remember Jazzy Jeff on the Fresh Prince, and when Uncle Phil used to throw him out?
Yes.
That's what he should have did with Liam.
Oh my gosh, I got to see that tape live one time when I went to visit my friend out in California.
Oh, really?
Really?
Oh, it was so much fun. He worked for the Tonight Show. He started out as a page at NBC, and then he wound up working at the Tonight Show in the long run for in the casting department. And he invited me. I went and stayed with him and met his significant other. We had just a fantastic visit and a great time. We went everywhere, and he took me to see the Fresh Prince and a taping of The Tonight Show. It was so much fun.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
awesome.
That is cool. Well, that whole thing, that should have been Finn throwing Liam out.
Should have been. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Once again.
Oh man, that could have been an awesome video. I might have to clip that.
Well, maybe
Okay.
soon. Maybe soon, because some stuff got to come out.
Yep.
Okay.
What's yours, Pete?
Mine would have been when Hope ran up in there crying to Ridge and Brooke about, everybody knows now. Brooke should have said, then you should have locked the door and took your butt home.
The reason there's a deadbolt.
I mean, she come up in there pouting mad about Taylor walking in there. She wouldn't have been able to walk in if you had to lock the door.
Exactly.
And it was late night because he said, I need some late night inspiration.
I'm
yeah.
glad
Yeah.
you said that.
Yeah.
That could be her new nickname, Miss Late Night Inspiration.
Oh, my God.
Bill and I.
Listen, that sounds like a Midnight Storm song that they would be playing. You know what I'm saying? A name of a song that they were playing. Here's a little bit of Midnight Inspiration on WFST.
Smooth music all day.
Oh my goodness!
Love
Yeah, he was drawing a dress or whatever, and he looked over at Hope, and she like, what? He's like, I need a little bit of midnight inspiration. I'm like, oh, here we go.
Get a little something heading up in that
Man,
office.
if it's that late, y'all need to go home.
I agree. I don't know why they were there.
Yeah, I'm not finna be up in no office at 10 or 11 o'clock at night.
I mean, there's generational DNA in that office.
Girl, listen, everybody done been in that office. Katie and Carter, Katie and Bill. I mean, who else has been up in there? Donna and Eric, Ridge and Brooke.
I mean, to all of them.
As they say, if the walls could talk.
Just get a black light; they'll scream.
Oh my God.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Let's not do that.
Yeah, let's not get that visual, okay?
There's decades, and I'm sure those couches and desks have not been clean.
Oh my gosh. Girl, that's crazy. I don't need the visual. But yeah, that's what I was, look, go home or lock the door. Stop crying about it. She come up in there pouting like a kid being mad.
Now Taylor knows. Yeah.
But I gotta say, I like the advice that Taylor did give Thomas. Like, yeah, you doing this on whose terms? Yeah, okay. And he's sitting up there looking like, yeah, dude, think about it. Think. Use the right brain, not the low brain.
Look, he hasn't had a real warm body in about 12 years. This is the closest he's going to get to a girlfriend, okay?
Oh, man. Can we have, just have Sally come back over there and sniff around Thomas a little bit to give Hope a little bit of competition? Just a little bit. Maybe Petra or somebody, because it'll be one thing if they both were really trying to grow this relationship, then I'd be like, hey, let's go. But I just don't like this whole I'm so in love with you to the end of my days, and she like, I just want to sleep with you.
These flips are hilarious.
What you say?
I was looking at the flips in the comment section.
Oh my God, what did you see?
I'm just looking at some of them that they're just funny. Like our crew in the chat is just, they're on it with these flips.
Oh my God, hold on, let me see. Okay, LaShanta says her flip is Ridge don't downplay Tom and Hope. Jenna says, I would like to see Ridge tell Brooke that she needs to stop blaming his son for her daughter. That's okay. So that is interesting because when Taylor left, Brooke was like, I just don't want Taylor blaming my daughter for this. She started it.
Yes,
Exactly.
She started it. She blew up that whole marriage, even though she's flip flopping back and forth. But she blew up that whole marriage and was sleeping with Liam while having Thomas on the brain. Dude got the ride of his life.
he did. He did, and he didn't even recognize her the first time that happened. Remember, he was like, "Where did that come from?"
Exactly. He was talking to Wyatt about it, like, "Oh yeah, our sex life is great. It ain't been like this in a long time." Like,
Ever, never. It was never like that.
right, and it's because she was thinking about screwing Thomas while screwing you. Yeah, that's your daughter, Brooke. That was her, not Thomas. Thomas wasn't even. He was trying to color on in between the lines on his paper. Leave him alone.
Color between the lines.
Yes, he was.
He wasn't thinking about that girl kissed him in Rome, and it's been a whole thope ride ever since. And she initiated. So Brooke, yeah, it is your daughter's fault. Okay, what else we got? That was a good one, Jenna. Jenna said that Forrester creation has some nasty couches in that office. Yes, they do.
We can send them some slip covers.
Delmonica said the walls would yell it out, actually. Ron says my flip for bold was saying that Sheila and Deacon being together, but please no more babies. Babies? I don't think that. I don't think they're gonna have some kids. Let's see. Any more flips? Did I miss a bunch of them? Was those the flips you saw, Bree? I don't know why you guys want Hope to love Thomas. Look at Sally. Sally does not love him. Yeah, Sally is flaky too. Maybe she should be with Liam. I'm glad you enjoying the show, Nicole. She said, yeah, we got her cracking up. That's what it's all about.
We love to talk trash and have fun.
Yeah, the ones that Hope just want to get her back blown out. Yep, that sums it up pretty well.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
evidently somebody was failing on the job, so.
Oh goodness, not failing. Oh.
My question is,
Move along.
well, here's the thing. Even if Hope and Liam reconcile, you can't forget about the mind-blowing sex that you had with Thomas. How do you just go back to Liam sex when you've had put you to sleep on awakening the next day Thomas sex? Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
It's like you go from being at a yacht party and it's the most exciting thing. You've never, done all the excursions and everything. And then you get back to your car and you have to go home.
It's 1957.
That's a good one, Bree. It's like party is over, time to go home. You're like, oh, why? Yeah, because Liam was obviously vanilla.
Yep.
And then you get with Hot Boy that is liking, Why does she just... Go ahead.
She's using her own imagination at this point, too, because she was imagining all this stuff before she did it. And I think, it was good for Liam what she did, but I don't think it was as good for her with him doing to him what she wanted to do to Thomas as good as it was with Thomas.
Right, I got you.
That makes sense?
Yeah, I got you. And I honestly believe that the actual bedroom action was better than her fantasies.
I believe so.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. 12 hours, that is a work shift plus time and a half and overtime, all of that.
Girl.
That was bigger than the 4 hours that Elle spent with what's-his-face in the hot tub on Legally Blonde.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
With Warner. The 4 hours in the hot tub. Well, this was 12.
I mean, she spent the whole, well, it was 4 days for us, but 12 hours.
Yeah, it was sun up, sun down. She left Liam, went to Thomas's house. They got it on. The mom walked in, and that was it. She had time to take a nap, reflect, and then they got it in a few more times. I was just, yeah. Like, how do you go back? Here's the thing. All of these women were chasing Liam at one point or another, remember?
Ooh.
And you guys would have thought that he was packing heavy artillery. Let's say that.
And knew how to use it.
Yeah,
Ooh.
right?
I'm raising my imaginary hand, but Bree,
Yes, what's
J Money has a message for you.
Okay, let me see.
He says, I would like to flip Bree on a few things,
Oh
but
my
I don't.
God.
Oh, well, maybe we can have a love connection. I don't know if you're single, Bree, but, look like Jay wants to connect.
I'll get a questionnaire put together for y'all. We'll send it to both of you, and depending upon how you both answer.
Listen, this ain't Love Island, Married at First Sight, Ready to Love, or any other rest of them.
It's the dating game.
The dating game. Love is Blind. What else can I choose? What else is out there? Oh my goodness. Yeah, Jay up in there cutting up. What did you say to him? He been listening to your voice. He been trying to talk all night.
Look, they love the sound of my voice.
Yeah, he said he'd rather.
I appreciate it, Jay. I did not see this.
Oh my God. I can't believe he said that.
I love that. See, that's what I love about Jay Money. You never know what you're gonna get.
Wait a minute, and Keisha got big old eyeballs right up under that cover. Keisha looking like what? Oh my God, y'all crazy.
It really is the right podcast, we swear.
I know. This is crazy.
We haven't gotten to seats or
Oh my gosh, yes.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God, that was a good laugh. I can't believe he put that in there, and especially Keisha's response right up under there.
Well, he said I'm the Black Brooke.
Dang. Where did he get that from, the Black Brook?
Oh, because I go from Nate to Carter.
And she's beautiful and has a great giggle.
Oh, thank you. I couldn't imagine myself on one of these shows. I would cut loose. Could you imagine a character like me on this show?
Well, like, what if you were having an intimate scene and like, I mean, I don't know. It's. What if you burped at someone's face? Or like, what if you pass gas? Do you just laugh when stuff like that happens?
What?
Like, these are like when weird stuff happens on a set, or what if the person has bad breath, or what if
Oh, I don't know. That would be
tough,
weird.
man.
I mean, especially with all the kissing that's been going on. I mean, Sheekan been kissing, Thope been kissing, Audrey and Kyle. Who else has been kissing on this show? A lot lately. Oh, Sally and Nick. It's like.
I don't think they do open mouth though. I haven't seen an actual on the soaps years ago. There was some tongue action going on. I haven't seen open mouth. Have y'all noticed that?
Well, listen, we have
Not that they should. I don't want them to. I don't want to see that.
All I can say is I remember in the COVID year when the soaps came back on in the fall, those scenes were hilarious because they had to be 6 feet away from each other.
And kissing those mannequins.
Yeah, so at least if Thomas was kissing the mannequin, he would have got a pass on that one because they couldn't kiss. Sure. He couldn't kiss him except when Tanner Noblin did the scene with Steffi. They used his actual wife that year because she, from behind, she had that dark brown hair that kind of looks like Steph.
Yeah.
Yep. So. Oh my goodness. What is Keisha? What is going on in the comment section? Oh, Belinda said, "How about a Bree and Jay episode?"
Aw, I agree with that.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I mean, I wouldn't have any objections. What are y'all talking about?
I I'm
What
trying to
is
read.
going on
I'm
between
trying to
Keisha and
catch
Jay
up.
Money? I was
I keep
trying.
looking at the comments and I get the error 500 message.
Who, you?
Yeah, for the
Uh-oh.
comments.
I can see all of them. They're still moving. They're still moving. Okay.
It's my end.
Oh,
It's going in and out.
Keisha is trying to ship some people.
Oh, the seats. I got you.
Okay. You see them all? Okay. Alright. Can we all agree BDE title is well deserved? I wish it was me, not Hope. Ooh. So she. Who is that? Nicole. Nicole said that Thomas got BDE.
Look, look, Nicole, you are not wrong. We were witness to it. We see what this man can do, and we need to see more. If anything, the actors Matt and Annika, they were the most comfortable I've ever seen actors on screen. The kissing, the pulling, all of that. So we know what he can do. He's definitely giving off that BDE. Very sure.
Oh, that's what Keisha was doing. Keisha combined Bree's name and Jay's and called it BJ. Oh, Lord. Y'all crazy. Keisha, what are you doing? Yeah, Thomas has major. Oh, Keisha said Thomas have major BDE. I did not tell y'all that Keisha's +1 at that wedding reception would be Thomas.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. That was before you got here, Keisha. Earlier.
I'm surprised it's not Finn.
That's a good point.
I mean, isn't Finn your man? I mean, you're pro Steffi and Finn. I thought Finn was your guy. I mean, that poor fine man is all alone.
Let me see. She'll probably see what she gonna say. I know she gonna say something. Okay. So I think we did all our flips. We did. Oh, seats. Who y'all got taking a seat on The Young and the Restless?
Oh goodness. Throw the entire Newman family in the same seat and then just ship them both off. Put them in an electric chair. All of
Including
them.
Adam?
Including Adam. I'm tired of him crying and whining back to Sally. I'm tired of Nick just temporarily having one train of thought before it goes right back to Adam. I'm tired of Victoria whining. I'm tired of this Nikki. I'm tired of seeing Nikki on my screen in general. And I'm tired of Victor. I'm just tired of the Newmans. Put them all in an electric chair, starting with Victoria first.
Oh, by the way, Bree, she said Thomas is her day one, so I guess no Finn.
Oh, okay, my bad. Now I know. At least we know who's man. Letitia, we need to know who your man is.
I said I would probably take Carter. You can have Nate. Man, she got quiet.
Yeah, I had to really think about that. Is Carter your day one?
Nah, not my day one, but I would go just because he's available. Maybe. If you are, because I know you were going between Nate and them. Nate and him, I should say.
I'll let you spin the block one more time.
You so crazy. You a fool, girl. Okay. Let me see. Myra said that Thomas is her day one too. All right. Did you get all your seats out the way for Young and the Restless?
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Trish?
Oh, I'm going to add Phyllis to that list.
Oh. Okay.
And Tucker.
I'm gonna have Billy take a seat for making a stupid bonehead move by talking to Tucker. It's like, dude,
Yep.
you just put your cards on the table. Go over there and sit down. What about Bold? Hold on, Keisha. We were talking. You weren't there earlier in the episode, but we were talking about Jack and Diane's wedding reception is next week. It's a big soiree. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Bree.
I was gonna say leave Taylor and Ridge. They need to leave Finn alone. I don't know what they want this man to do. If they want him to commit a crime, they all had opportunity to do it themselves, and nothing happened. So leave Finn alone.
Tay Tay just got back. You gonna put in the seat already?
I'm putting her in a seat. She should not have come after Finn like that.
I heard that, girl. What you got, Trish?
Liam needs to take a seat. You don't walk into somebody else's house when you have a key, and especially if you're the ex-husband that's being a jerk.
Gotcha.
What about you?
I am going to say, I got two people. Donna for telling RJ not to say anything to his dad.
Mm-hmm.
And then Hope for whining about Taylor walking in. It's like, girl, go sit down somewhere. You should lock the door. I mean, stop crying. Tisk tisk. Okay. Dang, Thomas got a lot of people coming for him. A lot of women coming from him in this chat. Let's see. Tucker have a seat. Victoria take a seat alongside Nate. That was Ron, and LaShanta was the Tucker one. LaShanta said Victor also have a seat. Jenna says Victoria, Nick, Nikki, Adam, Jack, Billy, Diane, Victor, Nate, and Devon. Jenna says hands off her man, Chance. Nicole said Thomas is her bae. Melissa says she wants to take Bill, Trish.
Oh, no, wait. Wait for it.
She said AKA the Stallion. She taking Bill, not you. Y'all crazy. Let's see. Oh, Nicole said her and Keisha is sharing Thomas.
Uh-oh. Does Keisha know this?
Let me see. Oh no, she said instead of Thomas, she taking Nick.
Uh-oh.
Keisha said, I'm taking Nick. I don't care how much of an ass he is right now. That man is SEXY.
He is.
Nicholas?
Yeah.
Nicholas get on my nerves.
He is so attractive when he doesn't talk.
Yeah, but he's unattractive when he start whining.
But you don't need him to talk for.
Apparently, Sally doesn't for well over a year.
Oh my gosh! No.
When he doesn't talk, you notice in some of the scenes she kind of tunes him off, like, "Okay, Nick, yeah, that's fine, yeah."
Oh Lord!
But Nick, when Nick showed up to her hotel room, I saw him. I was like, "Oh, he's
wait a minute."
My God.
Keisha says she'll take Thomas to Sheila and Deacon's wedding, though. Okay.
All
Oh.
Wait a minute. Ron says Lee, Taylor, and Finn need to take a seat. Brooke and Ridge and Brad Bell take a seat. RJ need to take a seat for sure. RJ? Okay. LaShanta said Hope. Keisha said Eric can take a seat for putting his grandson in the position of keeping a secret from his father. I agree with that. Allison said Thomas will be her seat.
Oh,
she gonna sit on Thomas. Woo-wee. Nicole said Liam can take a seat now. Brooke can take several seats like forever. No, Nick. Nick is my man, according to Rosalind. And they trying to pick which Thomas they gonna take. Y'all crazy. That's Keisha. Keisha, are you drinking, girl? Let's see. LaShanta said it's okay for Brooke to come for Tom, but not for Taylor for Hope. Oh, yeah. Well, that's a good point. Sally, take a seat and go for your man Adam already. Nope. I want Adam to be done.
Please let him be done. If that's done.
We've been going around, what you say, spinning the block in this whole storyline for the past year. I'm over it. And now she want to be conflicted about these kisses. The sex wasn't good in December, so now in September, October, the kiss is better? Yeah, okay. And then you go tell Nicholas? No. Nope, I'm over it.
Wow. So Keisha, are you gonna go? Which wedding are you going to? Are you going to Diane and Jack's, or are you going to Brooke and Ridges with Thomas?
I think she said Brooke and Ridge with Tom.
I thought she said.
She said she taking Nick to Diane's wedding, and she's taking Tom to Deacon's wedding.
Oh, so she said, I'm not going to Ridge and Brooke's disastrous wedding. Good for her. She's a smart woman.
I'm trying to think if I had, because I know I said Carter, but maybe I'll take Texas Battle.
Oh, so you're going to take Carter's brother.
Oh my gosh. Texas Battle.
That dude was
so beautiful. So, and you know, before I got kicked off of Twitter, when it was Twitter, he followed my account.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, but I got banned.
Yeah, why? I'm not going to even ask.
You can't. You know, girl, I'm not going to tell you. I didn't tell you 2 years ago. I'm not going to tell you tonight. A girl's got to have one secret.
Yeah, I know. You just okay. I won't pry. What is that other guy that Abby dated? With the light eyes.
Joram?
Who? No, with the light eyes. Oh my God.
He was the army guy? The army doctor guy?
No. Oh man.
Not Stitch.
No, he was the black guy with the light eyes.
Oh, he was the model.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he was sexy.
Beautiful.
Oh.
Ever.
Tyler?
Tyler.
Yes. Oh, that's what Keisha said, Tyler. Yeah, between one or two of them. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, wow. That was a missed opportunity for Lily.
Truly.
Yeah.
All she did was just kiss him, and that was like, girl.
Girl, Tyler was fine. Oh my gosh. Tyler and Texas Battle. Yep. Absolutely. But anyway. And then a close third, I might take Justin, but he got to get some of that grease out of his hair.
Grease out of his
Girl, because I guess when his hair is curly or whatever, and it always looks super wet.
Yeah, he does have it slicked back. He does.
Mm-hmm. So, Jay, stop it. Stop it.
I mean, he's not telling a lie. But I had to think about it. I'm like, yeah, J Money, you on point with that. She definitely, she loves writing.
Okay, did we forget about Shamar Moore?
Oh my gosh, shame on us.
Yeah, because somebody Jenna said she gonna take Malcolm.
I mean, he's still around. He's still a character that, I mean, he just popped up this year, so we know that he's still fine and he's in shape and looking right. You take him, girl. You take him, Jenna.
Yeah, sure.
You're gonna have a chance in Malcolm? Okay, Jenna.
Delmonica said it just.
It's a little greedy there, Jenna.
Delmonica said that he got an S curl. And Keisha said, leave Justin alone. I'm just saying, that's a lot of, you don't want to be slow dancing with a guy. You put your hand up by the back of his head and you got a handful of grease.
And then when he's kissing you, you get all this stuff on your forehead and it just, yeah. Good looking man, but I see where you're coming from.
Especially if you got a silk dress and they lay your head on the shoulder, and then you look up and you got oil spots on your, on your
Oh
dress.
my gosh.
Let
Y'all are killing me.
me stop.
There's just a lot of fine men of daytime. Like, I wish it was like a top 10. I wish it was like a top 10 for like Bold and for Y&R, because there's been some gorgeous men that's come on the show.
I mean, even Neil. I mean,
Yes.
Oh,
I was in love with
that man had a body out of this world.
yeah.
Just
Absolutely
gorgeous, handsome man.
And I mean Billy Miller, who just passed away.
Yeah. Just gorgeous, beautiful men. That's why we love daytime.
Yes, that's one of the reasons. Yep.
I honestly think, now correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Victor looked better in his older age than he did back in the day.
I agree with that too.
He definitely aged well, for sure.
I know he's in his 80s now, but like I would say in the past 10 years, because I know he's went through some health situations and stuff.
Sure has, yeah.
But I think he looked better in his older age than he did when he was that skinny guy with the dark hair and the dark mustache or whatever. I don't know. I didn't. Yeah.
Him, Jack, all gorgeous men.
What did Jay Money say? Oh, he talking about some soul glow.
Soul Glow?
Yeah, that's from a movie about oily hair. Oh, what movie was that?
Coming to America.
Yeah, Coming to America.
Oh, y'all.
Yeah, he
That
said,
was
yeah,
funny.
because young Victor was weird looking. He looked like a 70s kidnapper. You know what, Jay? Go to bed. Go to bed, Jay. I don't know what you doing. You drinking over there, man? Come on.
Oh my goodness, it's 10:15. I've got to go to bed.
Okay. Oh, you got to go. Okay. Well, we will go ahead and end the show. We over here having a ball. I know I was a little late.
Fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I know I was a little late because I had family come over at the last minute. And so we were only late by about 15 minutes. So, but I apologize.
It's been exactly the same amount of time it usually is, but we just got started a little bit later.
Yep. You are absolutely correct. All right, you guys, stay tuned for the full spoilers that coming out this weekend. I am going to a live Bears game. They suck right now, but I'm going anyway as a date.
Oh, enjoy.
Yeah, and we're supposed to have good weather because our stadium here is outdoors.
Uh-huh.
So I think it's supposed to be like 80. We're going to go through tailgating and stuff like that. And then, yeah, so we're going to do all that. And, yeah, he was like, you ever been to a Bears game? I'm like, nope. You want to go? Yep.
Absolutely go. Yeah, have a great time.
Yeah, so we're going to do that. So I might, and the spoilers usually come out on Sunday, but football is out on Sunday. So I might do them early, and it might not have the promo attached. So we'll see. I don't know how I'm going to pull that off, and I know I'm going to be going probably most of the day on Sunday. So I'll maybe just do the full spoilers without the promo sometime tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. But other than that, you guys have a great night. And then we'll be back. Keisha, let me know if you'll be available next week. Trish, are you available next week?
Yes, I am next week.
Okay, cool. All right. And that would be the week of October 2nd through the 6th. Oh, my God, this year is gone.
It's flying, I know.
All right, I will chat with you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.